Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 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 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Testing, 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 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Testing, 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 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Yep. Testing, 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 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
Start your project at Lone Grove True Value Hardware. It's more than just a hardware store. Besides quality hardware, Lone Grove True Value carries a full line of building materials and steel for all your projects. And they're the only authorized dealer for Trigger grills in this area. Plus, they have years of experience, so they can answer all your questions or offer helpful advice. Lone Grove True Value Hardware on Case Circle and Lone Grove.
In our community, football is more than a game. It's a tradition, a passion, and a heartbeat. At First Bank and Trust Company, we're proud to stand behind our local teams on and off the field because we're not just a bank, we're your bank. First Bank and Trust Company, investing in our youth, one Friday night at a time. Let's go! Member FDIC.
Exceptional Community Hospital. Your Ardmore Hospital is now open. We're a full-service hospital focused on addressing the healthcare needs of the community. We offer a wide range of care, including on-site labs and radiology services. You can count on friendly and caring staff, experienced physicians, and personalized care plans during a hospital stay or emergency visit. Plus, our streamlined check-in processes keeps your wait to a minimum. Exceptional Community Hospital Ardmore, because someone as exceptional as you deserves our care.
In our community, football is more than a game. It's a tradition, a passion, and a heartbeat. At First Bank and Trust Company, we're proud to stand behind our local teams on and off the field because we're not just a bank, we're your bank. First Bank and Trust Company, investing in our youth, one Friday night at a time. Let's go! Member FDIC.
Athletic injuries are essentially orthopedic injuries with sport-specific components. At Excel Therapy, our goal is for the athlete to return to the sport quickly. Excel Therapy can assist in speeding up recovery following surgery by improving range of motion, strength, and flexibility. At Excel Therapy, we excel at sports medicine. We excel at physical therapy. We excel at helping you excel. With clinics in Ardmore and Durant, our team excels at orthopedic injury recovery and sports medicine. Find us at exceltherapyok.com.
PayMe Checking is the #1 debit card at Communication Federal. With good reason, because you earn real money rewards with your Visa debit card. With Communication Federal, you can get a fresh, shiny, new debit card at the branch same day, so you can get out there and do your thing and get rewards for doing it. Open your PayMe checking account online at comfedcu.org or at any branch in just a few minutes. PayMe Checking, only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
It's the Exceptional Community Hospital pregame show on 97.7 KICM TV on YouTube. The Long Grove Longhorns are visiting the Sulphur Bulldogs inside Calvin A.G. Field in Sulphur, Oklahoma. The battle of 5-0 Sulphur versus 2-3 Long Grove, one of the more anticipated district matchups of the week, and we will have it right here for you. It's head coach Curtis Cole versus head coach Corey Cole. In the 30th meeting, Long Grove and Sulphur, we will have it right here. And we will also get you set for the matchup. We're going to talk some impact players for both teams right here on the Exceptional Community Hospital pregame show. We'll be back after these words from your sponsors.
M&M Automotive is now in its bigger, better location right on Highway 70 for your convenience. M&M specializes in air conditioning services of all kinds, including building and repairing AC lines for cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. They also do custom and factory exhaust systems, from brakes and tires to computer diagnostics, from tune-ups and oil changes to belts and water pumps, as well as transmission, suspensions, and general repair and maintenance. M&M Automotive offers a 2 to 3 year parts and labor warranty on all services. Trust your vehicle to the professionals at M&M Automotive Air Conditioning and Exhaust. Now on Highway 70 in Lone Grove.
At Kerr Pumps, innovation powers everything we do. With over 100 patented technologies, precision CNC machining, advanced robotics, and unrivaled customer service, we set the standard in pump technology. From our world-class manufacturing facilities in Sulphur and Marietta, Oklahoma, our people are lowering the cost of hydraulic fracturing and helping make America energy dominant again. If you want to join an innovative team, apply today at KerrPumpsJobs.com. Made in America, made in Oklahoma.
Welcome back. It's the Exceptional Community Hospital pregame show here on YouTube, powered by KICM TV. And once again, this is the Exceptional Community Hospital Pregame show with an on-site lab and radiology suite. Exceptional Community Hospital has the resources to provide fast, reliable care when you need it most. Exceptional Community Hospital. As we mentioned in the opening, it's the Long Grove Longhorns versus the Sulphur Bulldogs in the 30th all-time meeting between these two teams. And in recent memory, it has belonged to the visiting, well, on this network at least, the visiting Sulphur Bulldogs. And, of course, you can watch Sulphur Bulldogs feed on YouTube as well. It's powered by KICM TV. Bill Leverage on the call for play-by-play. And Sulphur, they've won 2 in a row in this matchup between Long Grove and Sulphur. And not only have they won 2 in a row, they've won 22 of the last 29 matchups. And the last win for the Long Grove Longhorns coming in 2022 at this very field. And this will be the second time since that they have played here. And the Longhorns, as I mentioned, 2-3 on the year in their overall record. They are 1-1 in Class 3A District 2. As we take a look at the District 3A2 rankings, Sulphur ranks number 1. You will see the number 1 ranked team in District 3A2 tonight with 30 points in the standings as well. Remember, points is very valuable in these district standings. Behind Sulphur is Bristow with a 2-0 district record and 3-2 overall record on the year with 19 points. And the number 3 Long Grove Longhorns sit at that spot, 1-1 on district play, 2-3 on the year with 9 points. Seminole, who we saw a couple weeks ago get a win against Long Grove, they are 4th. They are 1-1 on district play, 4-1 overall, and with 4 points. And there's a 2-way tie for 5th and a 2-way tie for 6th. So tied for 5th is Manford, who the Long Grove Longhorns will see next week inside Longhorn Stadium on a Thursday night. I'd like to remind everyone that. They are 1-1 with a 4-1 overall record and 0 points. Perkins Tryon behind them with the tied 5th with a 1-1 district record, 3-2 overall. And tied for 6th and, well, tied for last, Victory Christian, who the Long Grove Longhorns saw last week in a 63-7 stomp of the Victory Christian Conquerors. The Conquerors are 0-2 in district play, 1-4 overall, and they sit at a negative 30-point differential in these standings. And McLeod also tied for last. That's who Sulphur faced off last week, a 60-0 win. And these two teams, Long Grove and Sulphur, coming off some games where they put up points on the board like a pinball wizard. 63 for the Horns, 60 for Sulphur. So it should be an exciting matchup. And not only that, the number 1 and number 2 in scoring average on defense. This is the game that will feature that. Number 1 is Sulphur, averaging 10 a game on defense. Long Grove averaging 20.5 on defense. And the Class 3A state runner-ups, the Sulphur Bulldogs, are hosting the Long Grove Longhorns. We're going to take another break and be back, and we will preview the Long Grove Longhorns after this break on the Exceptional Community Hospital pregame show.
You don't see big banks doing what 1NB does. We're a community bank. We're here to serve the community. We see where we can help people and what they're really doing in their businesses. Our dedication to making sure that our community, where we live, where we work, is successful is a primary purpose of our bank. First National Bank cares about me and my community. I love living in a small community. I'm going to choose a small bank with people that care about the same community that I care about. First National Bank is my community bank.
Stillwater Milling Company, more than just a feed store. Every kind of feed and seed that you need. Pet stuff to livestock supplies, a farm and ranch, we're the guys. For any kind of job, we help you do it right. Stillwater Milling Company, more than just a feed store.
Your pickup is an extension of you. Whether it's a work truck or a daily driver, you'll probably add a brush guard, steps, or rhino lining, spray-in bed liner, or running boards, bed mat, and cargo cover. If you're towing a camper, you may need a fifth wheel hitch. If it's your pride and joy, consider custom wheels and tires to go along with everything else. V&E Custom Trucks can take your stock pickup just like every other Joe on the block and turn it into your one-of-a-kind dream machine. Or just make it a lot more functional for you. Whatever your taste, whatever your budget, talk to the experts and V&E Custom Trucks. Highway 70 in Lone Grove, 657-6536.
We welcome you back to Calvin A.G. Field here in Sulphur, Oklahoma. The Sulphur Bulldogs versus the Long Grove Longhorns in the third game now for both teams on the season in District 3A2. This will be the sixth game for both teams as we enter Week 6 of the high school football slate. And as mentioned before we went to break, we're going to preview the Long Grove Longhorns, who are the visiting teams on the scoreboard tonight in Sulphur. They are 2-3 on the year, 1-1 overall in district play. They stand third in the District 3A2 standings with 9 overall total points. They're led by fourth-year head coach Curtis Cole with a 19-18 all-time record, 38th game as the head coach for the Long Grove Longhorns, and he's 9-5 in the month of October at his tenure here in Long Grove. He picked up win number 9 last week in a 63-7 win over Victory Christian. However, Curtis Cole is 1-2 versus Sulphur in his career, with that one vacant win coming in the aforementioned 2022 year, the 27-20 win. The Victory Christian recap, like I mentioned, a 63-7 win. Long Grove entered Friday night enters tonight with their home district opener under their belt against Victory Christian, and Long Grove put up points on the board. They put up 63 to be exact. It was the largest scoring output since 2023 when they put up 74 at home against Douglas. That was in 2023. An official 603 total offensive yardage output for the Long Grove Longhorns, and they were led by number 3 Tatum Quinn, who's been one of the, I'm going to say, probably one of the best quarterbacks in the district, and we're going to see a great matchup, probably 2 of the best. We saw Donovan Garfield a couple of weeks ago. That was very dynamic for Seminole. This is going to be no different. We saw a quarterback matchup 2 weeks ago. We're going to see one tonight with Cale Brakefield on the other side for Sulphur, but Tatum Quinn, 7 of 13 in the game last weekend on a Friday night, 213 yards, 6 total touchdowns. It was even proportion, 3 passing, 3 rushing. He carried it 12 times for 142 yards. And with that game, Quinn notched at least 1 passing touchdown in all 5 games so far this season, and a rushing touchdown in 4 of 5, and multiple rushing touchdowns in 3 games so far this year. And the leading receiver for the Long Grove Longhorns was Elijah Mims. Only had 2 receptions for 96 yards, but had 2 touchdowns, and it was a season high in receiving yards and touchdowns in a game. On the ground, Kane Roberts found great production for the Long Grove Longhorns. 14 carries for 115 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns on the year. He's emerged as the running back 1 since the injury to Chase Warden on the first opening drive of opening night against Anadarko. But the story in that first half is the Horns put up 35 points in the first half frame. It was the defense that shined as well. 4 total sacks in the first half frame, 2 from number 8 Luke Stinson, who we will see on both sides of the ball tonight for the Longhorns. 1 for Brandon Heckathorn and 1 for Nathan Dobbs. 22 total yards of offense by Victory Christian in that half. That's what propelled them to a 35-7 win. The Horns, however, did not take the foot off the gas pedal in the second half, putting up 28 points, 14 in each of the last 2 frames in the third and fourth quarter, getting a 63-7 win, as I mentioned, improving to 2-3, 1-1. And head coach Corey Cole for the Sulphur Bulldogs was asked in the most recent article of the Sulphur Times Democrat. He said that this is the toughest test of the schedule so far. And if you look at Sulphur's resume, in 2025, they've already taken down 2 defending state champions in the season. They beat 7th-ranked, at the time 7th-ranked Perkins Tryon, and held the number 1 offense right here at this field at just 20 points. And as the Sulphur Bulldogs hold sole possession of first place in District 3A2, shall be a fun matchup, as we mentioned. And we're going to step aside. We're going to take a break, and we will see you on the other side. We're going to take a look across enemy lines here in Sulphur, Oklahoma, and look at the Sulphur Bulldogs. We'll be back after this moment here on KICM TV.
Stewart's Family Dentistry has been providing dental services to the families in this area for over 30 years. Their full range of services include dental implants, bleaching, and cosmetic dentistry, same-day crowns and bridges, orthodontics, preventative, and pediatric dentistry. They'll even file your dental insurance for you. Stewart's Family Dentistry wants to be your family's dentist. Conveniently located in Ardmore, just south of Walmart on Merrick Drive, 223-6720. In Marietta, across from Bank First, 276-3055, and in Medill, across from Amazing Grace Boutique, 795-3360.
Layaway today at Jerry's Gun Shop in Ardmore. It's never too early to start working on your holiday gift shopping. Layaway today and beat the holiday rush. 10% down will hold your layaway items until Christmas Eve. Shop early and shop local with Jerry's Gun Shop. The gun shop in southern Oklahoma is Jerry's Gun Shop on Grand Avenue in Ardmore.
Hunter Supertex has been here since 2006 and will be here to provide you excellent service for your home service needs. Who said you need to sweat over getting a new HVAC system with our special financing options fitting every budget? Oh, and did we mention you won't need to leave your comfy spot? Stay right there on your couch. Free estimates and financing, all from your sofa. Hunter Supertex, making home comfort a breeze. Go visit huntersupertex.com and schedule online today.
Test, 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 test.
Back here at Calvin Agee Field, Andrew Dunham, Sam Harris has joined us in the booth. Sam, we have been taking a part in the Exceptional Community Hospital pregame show. They have been our sponsors this year for the pregame show, and we have a really good matchup. 2-3 Long Grove, although their record, the way you watch this team, it doesn't depict their overall record of 2-3. And head coach Corey Cole said that in the most recent edition of the Sulphur Times Democrat. He said this team could easily be 4-1 if a ball goes their way. We're thinking about the Seminole game. The Seminole game, the opening night against Anadarko. Of course, Plainview is an anomaly. You could probably throw that game out. But as far as this team being 4-1, what head coach Corey Cole said for Sulphur is very true. I think this team could be right up there with Sulphur in the district standings, which they are. They're third in the most recent standings. But what do you think about this team's performance so far through 5 games?
I've been saying it. Saying it a lot every game. You know, these guys are just one play away from, I mean, like I said, being 4-1. You know, Seminole, it came down to the wire. Anadarko came down to the wire. I mean, these guys just need to keep playing their brand of football. No penalties. If they can just maintain the football, Sulphur's going to be running the ball a lot tonight. That is Sulphur football. as long as they can stop that run, put some points on the board, and just maintain the game, they should have the game in their hands. They just got to, one, of course, stop Sulphur. Sulphur is, last year came second in the state championship against Lincoln Christian. So these guys, do not mess with these guys. Yes, they lost a lot of talent through graduation, but they've still got that experience, and experience is a big factor in the game of football. But when it comes to Lone Grove, maintain football, play good, smart football, and I think they can do it.
It's the home team on the scoreboard tonight, the Sulphur Bulldogs, as we reach about the 33-minute mark until kickoff. It is homecoming tonight for the Sulphur Bulldogs in their now 6th game on the season. They're 5-0, 2-0 in district play. They stand the sole leader with 30 total points in District 3A2. Long Grove, as I mentioned, in 3rd. Bristow in number 2 in that spot. Of course, next week we'll be right back in Longhorn Stadium for a special Thursday night football edition of Lone Grove Football on KICM TV on YouTube. And you mentioned Sulphur running the football. They can run the ball, and they have a loaded backfield. And it starts with Maddox Mobley, who's a 5'9", 188-pound senior, 11 total touchdowns on the year. You'll see him in the backfield, but you also see him in the slot position. He wears the number 4. It's going to be not hard to miss him because this is a centralized offense around number 4, who committed to the University of Naval Academy. And so far on the year, he's got 128 all-purpose yards, leading the team. And as Sam Harris mentioned, he is going to be the guy that will get the heavy dose of the carries and probably receptions as well for the Sulphur team.
No, you think we have a Swiss Army knife in Luke Stinson. Just get ready to watch this guy.
That's exactly right.
He does everything for defense, offense. I mean, he is a all-around great football player, and he's been playing since he was a freshman. He's been a key player for Sulphur since he was a freshman, young guy. Now he's a senior this year. Expect a good game out of him. If we can stop him, we can have a different ball game here.
I don't want this to come across as I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Anyway, I'm just basically going to say I'm excited to watch him. For the Lone Grove viewers that are watching the Lone Grove feed tonight, of course, we'll have 2 different feeds. We'll have the Sulphur feed. We'll have the Lone Grove feed. Whichever one you watch, if you're a Sulphur viewer watching, I'm sure you probably know what we're about to say, but this kid is big league. He is a big-time talent. Sam knows how he plays against him. He knows his tendencies. He's going to do a great job of breaking him down along with some other players. These guys, there's a lot of seniors and juniors on this team, and as they were in their upbringing of varsity football, that's when Sam Harris was in his prime, in his day, playing football, playing linebacker. Of course, he's got a lot of history at this field. We're going to get to that later on as the broadcast goes on. But, Sam, you're a part of the only team at Lone Grove that has beaten Sulphur since 2022 was the year, a 27-20 victory. We'll get into that later on, but this has been the Exceptional Community Hospital pregame show, and with an average wait time of 15 minutes, Exceptional Community Hospital provides fast, reliable care when it matters most. Exceptional Community Hospital, where someone as exceptional as you deserves our care. That was our kind of breakdown for Sulphur. We don't really give up too much until the broadcast starts. We got about 30 minutes left. What we're going to do is we're going to step aside, and we will give it to the rest of the pregame show. We will be back up top with the call. Andrew Dunham, Sam Harris. Ready for Lone Grove and Sulphur. Should be a good one, and it's going to be a tough test for both teams, to say the least, as we will step aside, and we'll be back later on during the show. This was the Exceptional Community Hospital pregame show here on KICM TV.
and welcome to the 2025 Football Homecoming Coronation. I am Maddie Hunt.
And I am Kayla Striegel. We are pleased that you can attend this evening, and we hope you enjoy tonight's ceremony. In addition to our esteemed Queen and King, we proudly acknowledge 3 senior Queen candidates, each embodying the values and virtues that we make them exemplary role models for younger girls in our school. We also honor 3 remarkable young ladies as our homecoming princesses. These senior Queen candidates and homecoming princesses embody the very qualities that we hold dear at SHS: honor, respect, school pride, diligence, and kindness.
And now, without further ado, we present to you the 2025 Football Homecoming Court.
The freshman princess is Addison Johnson. She is the daughter of Lauren and Boone Johnson. Her activities, accomplishments, and awards include varsity softball, varsity cheer, and key club. She is a member of Crossway Baptist Church and serves on the Crossway Student Ministry Leadership Team. Her escort is Bridge Barrett. He is the son of Brock and Jenna Barrett. He is a member of the Restoration Church in Ada. His activities, accomplishments, and awards include varsity football, varsity basketball, and varsity baseball. The freshman princess, Addison Johnson, and her escort, Bridge Barrett.
The sophomore princess is Jordan Johnston. She is the daughter of Amber Johnston and J.D. Johnston. Jordan attends Crossway Church. Her activities, accomplishments, and awards include varsity fast pitch and slow pitch softball, varsity golf, and FCA. Jordan is on the superintendent's honor roll. Her escort is Cale Brakefield. He is the son of Tommy and Libby Brakefield. Cale attends Restoration Church. His activities, awards, and accomplishments include varsity football, basketball, and varsity baseball. The sophomore princess, Jordan Johnston, and her escort, Cale Brakefield.
The junior princess is Adley Vinson. She is the daughter of Ginger and Ricky Vinson. Her activities, accomplishments, and awards include varsity cheer, key club, art club, and Oklahoma Outlaws competitive cheer team. Adley is on the superintendent's honor roll and a member of the National Honor Society. Her escort is Maddox Mobley. He is the son of Jody and Chad Mobley. Maddox is a member of the First Greenwell Baptist Church. His activities, awards, and accomplishments include varsity football, varsity wrestling, varsity baseball, and FCA. Maddox is a member of the 2024 3A State Runner-Up Football Team, Oklahoma Honor Society, National Honor Society, Superintendent's Honor Roll, and is an honor graduate. The junior princess, Adley Vinson, and her escort, Maddox Mobley.
Our first senior candidate is Emily Arms. She is the daughter of Daniel and DJ Arms. She attends Sulphur First Greenwood Baptist Church. Her activities, accomplishments, and awards include FCA and BPA. Emily is a member of National Honor Society and Oklahoma Honor Society. She is also on the Superintendent's Honor Roll and the Chickasaw Honor Roll. Her escort is Colton Cole. He is the son of Carrie and Fleet Cole. Colton is a member of Crossway Church. His activities, awards, and accomplishments include varsity football, varsity basketball, varsity baseball, and FCA. Colton is on the superintendent's honor roll. Senior candidate Emily Arms and her escort Colton Cole.
Our next senior candidate is Lola Freeman. She is the daughter of Tiger and Andy Freeman. Lola is a member of Crossway Baptist Church. Her activities, awards, and accomplishments are Varsity Cheer, Key Club, BPA, and FCA. Lola is a member of the National Honor Society and Oklahoma Honor Society. She is also on the Superintendent's Honor Roll and National Technical Honor Roll. Her escort is Cooper Cole. He is the sawdust wearing a cleat pole. Cooper is a member of Crossway Church. His activities, awards, and accomplishments are varsity football, varsity powerlifting, and varsity track. He was a member of the state champion powerlifting teams in 2023, 2024, and 2025. He was also a member of the state runner-up football team in 2024. Cooper is on the Principal's Honor Roll and a member of the Sulphur media team. Our second senior candidate, Lola Freeman, and her escort, Cooper Cole. Our third senior candidate is Madeline McClure. She is the daughter of Missy and Elby Campbell and the late Jay McClure. Madeline attends Midway Hill Baptist Church. Her activities, awards, and accomplishments are varsity powerlifting and FCA. She is on the Principal's Honor Roll and serves as a trainer for Sulphur Bulldog football. Her escort is Brody Wallace. He is the son of Benny McGee and Benny and Stevie Wallace. Brody attends Crossway Church. His activities, awards, and accomplishments are varsity football, varsity wrestling, and FCA. He is a member of the 2024 3A State Runner-Up football team, Oklahoma Honor Society, and National Honor Society. Brody is on the Superintendent's Honor Roll and an honor graduate. The final senior candidate, Madeline McClure, and her escort, Brody Wallace. The flower girl is Brooks Baker. She is the daughter of Dusty and Marissa Baker. Brooks is in kindergarten and enjoys coloring, riding her horse, Cora, swimming, watching movies with her family, and playing with her dog, Bullet. When she grows up, she wants to be a doctor. The crown bearer is Rhett Gilbert. He is the son of Keith Gilbert and Jessica Gilbert. Rhett is in kindergarten and enjoys playing baseball and football, working puzzles, swimming, collecting sports cards, and hitting baseballs in the backyard. He also likes watching the Pittsburgh Steelers with his dad and brother and playing college football on the PlayStation, where he enjoys beating Tanner and Rance. When he grows up, he wants to be a police officer. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 football homecoming princesses and parents. As you can see, we have outstanding candidates vying for the seniors, the homecoming.
I wish I would have taken that all the way. That still haunts me. I remember that when we were watching
the 2025 football homecoming king is Maddox Mobley.
Got knocked down by a fat boy. That old guy in the water.
The 2025 football homecoming queen is senior candidate Lola Freeman.
That's a man right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, you gotta love these motorcycle videos. Better not say that too loud.
Start your project at Lone Grove True Value Hardware. It's more than just a hardware store. Besides quality hardware, Lone Grove True Value carries a full line of building materials and steel for all your projects. And they're the only authorized dealer for Trigger grills in this area. Plus, they have years of experience, so they can answer all your questions or offer helpful advice. Lone Grove True Value Hardware on Case Circle and Lone Grove.
Southern Oklahoma Oral and Facial Surgery has been caring for the people of Southern Oklahoma for over 40 years. As board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgeons, Dr. Wallace and Dr. Sutherland have the highest level of expertise in the removal of wisdom teeth, placement of dental implants, facial injuries, corrective jaw surgery, jaw pain, and facial cosmetic surgery. By continually learning innovative techniques and utilizing the most up-to-date technology, they are able to provide world-class oral and facial surgery right here in Southern Oklahoma. To discuss your oral or facial surgical needs, call the experts at Southern Oklahoma Oral and Facial Surgery.
So we'll point out the new OSSA policies on sportsmanship and spectator behavior. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's invitation will be delivered by sophomore, Miss Riley Briggs.
Thank you for allowing us to gather together for tonight's game. Thank you for giving me players, cheerleaders, and family members and adults and people. Thank you for the coaches, refs, and every adult that makes me happen. Please be with everyone during the game and protect me on the way home. Please let us glorify you in all that we do. In the name I pray. Amen.
Tonight's national anthem will be played by the Sulphur High School Band under the direction of Miss Hannah Tyso. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've not already done so, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats as we honor America and those who protect and serve for our freedom, both at home and abroad.
At Barrett Mortgage, you're not just a client, you're family. Your local mortgage experts, Kat and John Terry and Tim Barrett, have 50-plus years of combined experience in making things stress-free, with fast approvals and options tailored just for you. First-time buyers, refinances, federal loan programs, and more. Barrett Mortgage will guide you every step of the way. Your friendly and local mortgage lenders is Barrett Mortgage. For reviews, contact info, and more, visit barrettmortgagegroup.com. Barrett Mortgage, where we treat you like family.
Barrett Mortgage, NMLS 2650882. Cat Terry, NMLS 1140038. John Terry, NMLS 2598209. Tam Barrett, NMLS 291967. Success Mortgage Partners Incorporated supports equal housing opportunity. NMLS ID 130562. This is informational only and not an offer of credit or commitment to lend. Contact Barrett Mortgage Success Mortgage Partners Incorporated to learn more about your eligibility for its mortgage products.
Welcome you back inside the broadcast booth. Andrew Dunham, Sam Harris on site for Lone Grove versus Sulphur. And it should be a big-time matchup between two teams that are inside the top three in District 3A2 standings. Of course, Sulphur holds sole possession with a 5-0 and 2-0 district record. Lone Grove 2-3, but 1-1 in district play, and their big win against Victory Christian last week helped them propel themselves into the standings, and more importantly, over Seminole, which I know we remember 2 weeks ago, that game, Lone Grove versus Seminole. It did not end well for the Longhorns, but they still hold the lead over Seminole in third place. It goes Sulphur, Bristow, Lone Grove, and Seminole in the Class 3A District 2 standings as we get you the coin toss for both teams. And we'd like to welcome our second member of the broadcast crew, Sam Harris, joining us here in Sulphur, Oklahoma. Sam, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, of course. Thank you for having me.
We'll get your captains for both teams. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Lone Grove Longhorns that are led by head coach Curtis Cole. It's number 55, Brandon Heckathorn, number 3, Tatum Quinn, and number 8, Luke Stinson. Only 3 captains out at the midfield logo. It's a red bulldog. And for the Sulphur Bulldogs, it's number 17, Colton Cole, number 2, Cale Brakefield, number 1, Bridge Barrett, and number 42, Grady Hardowen. Caden Hartman and Elijah Mims standing on the 50 on the Lone Grove far sideline. Phil Collins playing here at Calvin A.G. Field, getting his set. That's probably the right song to play for this kind of game, Sam.
In the air tonight, baby.
I'd also like to mention Deacon McKee is saving us tonight. He's going to operate the camera for Jeremiah Gray. Thank you so much, Deacon, for helping us. You will get paid by Sam Harris himself. He's going to sign the check, and we will get you your payment. Once again, thank you so much, sir, for helping us out.
If it bounces, I'm sorry. He said it's okay.
We got to preview both teams in the Exceptional Community Hospital pregame show. Of course, Exceptional Community Hospital is bringing your pregame shows throughout the season, and we got to preview both teams. And we are going to get set for a highly anticipated district matchup between both teams, a historic rivalry. How does that not get you pumped up, huh? I'm looking at you. You are itching to not just jump down there and get in this game.
Brings back good memories.
Well, let's talk about it. Keys to the game for both teams, starting with the Lone Grove Longhorns. Of course, they have momentum, scoring 63 points to the 7 against Victory Christian, getting a nice win, getting a momentum boost, but they're playing on the road in probably one of the more tougher environments in Class 3A. What do they have to do to start the game to find success?
Well, first off, Lone Grove's just got to get out there and just start playing their own brand of football. I mean, Lone Grove knows what they can do. They just have to do it. They don't – one of the factors of playing in Sulphur is you let this tough crowd and this environment kind of weigh you down a little bit. It kind of puts pressure on you to – you don't play the way you normally play, at least in that first quarter. As soon as you kind of get warmed into it and used to it, but one thing that has to happen is they have to immediately go out there and just start playing Lone Grove's game of football. Stopping Sulphur is going to be tough. It's Sulphur's homecoming. There's a lot of motivation in winning this game for these guys. Of course, just winning in general. We're in district play. Sulphur's a very tough team, but like we were saying in the pregame, Maddox Mobley, that is their offense. You stop him, you make Sulphur change their entire game plan. And that's what you need to do. You need to make Sulphur change the way they usually play. If you change the way Sulphur plays, which is running the ball, you make them get uncomfortable, that's when you can win this game. You just have to make Sulphur get uncomfortable.
And for the Sulphur Bulldogs who are charging into your living room at the bottom of your screen, what's a good key for the Sulphur Bulldogs in this game at home?
Man, these guys, Sulphur knows how to play. They know how to run the ball. That's what they've been doing since Sulphur became a school. It is run the football. That's Sulphur football to a T. I don't want to root for these guys, but if they can keep running that football, pounding that rock, that's what they need to do. That's what they've always done. Don't try to fix something that ain't broke.
Lone Grove wins your Elite Insurance coin toss, and what they will do is they will defer to the second half, so we will see the Sulphur offense out on the field, the number 2 ranked offense in District 3A2 behind Perkins Tryon. Scoring offenses, Seminole at 3rd and Lone Grove in 4th, so we will see the number 2 scoring offense in Sulphur putting up 41 points per game against the number 2 average defense as far as total defense and scoring for the Lone Grove Longhorns. They give up about 20.5 points per game. Small sample size, but that just gives context into how these two teams play. Number 1, number 3 in Sulphur, Oklahoma. District implications on the line in week number 6 of high school football in Oklahoma. The ball's on the tee. De La Torre pooches it up in the air. It's fielded immediately, caught by number 3 of Sulphur.
And here we go.
We'll get underway. Yeah, we are ready. We will see the Sulphur offense that is led by number 2, Cale Brakefield, 3-year starter at Washington, 5-time state champion in 2 sports, football and baseball. And he led the Washington Warriors last year in total tackles. This is a defensive guy leading Sulphur out on the team, but he has played tremendous as quarterback. 73% of his passes already over 1,200 yards, passing 14 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. And it's the first play of the game is a give to JoJo Gray, the starting running back, who will get the nod. He's the power back for Sulphur. JoJo, the second leading rusher for the Bulldogs at 346 yards, but he's tied for first in rushing yards with 5. First play, he gets 5. Second down and 5. 11:40 left in the first quarter. Swing pass near side. It's caught. There's Maddox Mobley, one of the impact players. He gets a first down and more as he's wrestled down. Mobley committed to the Naval Academy to play football. He's kind of a hybrid Christian McCaffrey, if you will, for this Sulphur team, averaging 81 rushing yards per game, 83 receiving yards. He's got 11 total touchdowns.
It looks like Coach Cole's going with the standard 5-2, but pressing his guys down a lot.
Play fake, Brakefield down the field for Drake Wood, and he caught it. 3 plays. He floated it up in the air for the junior Wood, and a touchdown. 41 yards, Sulphur strikes first.
No, that was a really good play fake right there. Brought our safeties down. Receiver got past him, and that was just a perfectly placed ball. Sometimes you just being a second late, and that's what that can lead to.
That was a great ball by Brakefield. 15th touchdown on the year.
To everybody wondering what just happened, Sulphur will line up in a 2-point to just kind of try to see how the opposing team will try to line up against it, but if they don't like where it goes, then they go for their field goal.
Kick is blocked. It's blocked. Abel Shorter and Brandon Heckathorn got on that play. The kicker was Colton Cole, and it stays 6-0. That could mean something. We'll see how the Long Grove offense responds after this break. You're watching Long Grove football on KICM TV.
At Barrett Mortgage, you're not just a client, you're family. Your local mortgage experts, Kat and John Terry and Tim Barrett, have 50-plus years of combined experience in making things stress-free, with fast approvals and options tailored just for you. First-time buyers, refinances, federal loan programs, and more. Barrett Mortgage will guide you every step of the way. Your friendly and local mortgage lenders is Barrett Mortgage. For reviews, contact info, and more, visit barrettmortgagegroup.com. Barrett Mortgage, where we treat you like family.
Barrett Mortgage, NMLS 2650882. Cat Terry, NMLS 1140038. John Terry, NMLS 2598209. Tam Barrett, NMLS 291967. Success Mortgage Partners Incorporated supports equal housing opportunity. NMLS ID 130562. This is informational only and not an offer of credit or commitment to lend. Contact Barrett Mortgage Success Mortgage Partners Incorporated to learn more about your eligibility for its mortgage products.
3 plays, 65 yards. What went wrong on that drive for the Long Grove defense, Sam Harris?
Well, like we were both thinking, we were expecting a lot of run, which, you know, first couple of plays started with a run. Then we had a little screen play, which you can count that as a run in some circumstances.
Whoa. Roberts hit at the 20. Go ahead.
And then they just got us on a good play fake, you know, a little play action pass. Had all of our linebackers, our safeties, bite down on it. Got a receiver to squeeze past them. We have some guys not reacting in the time that they need to. You know, when in a situation like that with a play fake, you just got to plant that foot down and just bail back as fast as you can. And it didn't happen there. Saw some guys slipping, playing on that grass. You got to get used to it. Different grasses are different.
Here's Tatum Quinn, number 3 for the Long Grove Longhorns. Went 7 of 13 last week in victory against Victory Christian. No pun intended. Quinn had 6 total touchdowns as he takes it on the first play of the game and gets, I think, to the line of scrimmage, but not much. Extra piles after the play. 3 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns. What do you want to see from the Long Grove offense on this first possession?
Me personally, I want to see a lot of throwing the ball this game. Sulphur has always been great at squeezing down on that box, defending the run really well. We need to spread them out, because they always play close. You see they got the 3 linebackers, and then they run in a 4-3.
Quinn will loft it near sideline. It's caught by Maddox Eidelman, maybe a gain of 2. Drake Wood, who caught the 41-yard touchdown a drive prior, makes the play. And ladies and gentlemen at home, get used to the Sulphur team. If I call their name on offense, I'm more than likely going to call their name on defense. They can play both sides, a lot like what Long Grove brings to the table. Speaking of what Long Grove's bring to the table, they got a 3rd and 7, 10-15 left in this game. In the first quarter, I'm sorry. First quarters are brought to you by Jeff's Auto Service. 2 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. Kane Roberts in motion. It's a low snap, but the play will not count as there's a pink penalty flag on the field. 6-0 Long Grove, 10:06. Thank you so much, Deacon. Doing a great job as always. A 5-yard penalty, 3rd down and 12, ball at the 18-yard line. Seems like an obvious passing situation for the Horns. Quinn, another low snap, fields it. Looking to throw, he'll loft it. It looks like the intended target was Mims. Mims had a whale of a game last week with 96 receiving yards, and just like that, the Horns go 3 and out, and Quinn will stay out on the field because he's a punter, taking over duties on the punting position. Long Grove did not punt last week against Victory Christian.
No, they did not.
Back deep to receive the punt is number 10, Carter Cole.
No, we can only hope after that first drive of offense. The jitters are out. They've made contact with the other players. They realize, all right, this is how we're going to play. Now, relax.
Oh, good punt by Quinn. It hit Scout Quinn in the head, and I think that probably should be fielded right where it hit Scout.
It should be a dead ball.
It was about the 45-yard line.
But I guess not.
And let's see, Coach Cole trying to argue that call, but if you saw on your screen, it hit Scout right in his helmet, and the ball is going to be placed at the 39-yard line. Looks like the long 40.
Usually wherever the ball.
Long 35, I'm sorry.
Usually as soon as the ball's touched, it's a dead ball, but maybe because it hadn't touched the ground yet.
JoJo Gray in the backfield with Cale Brakefield to his right hip. It's JoJo Gray on the carry, and he's initially brought down by Brandon Heckathorn. An extra effort will allow JoJo Gray to get a couple of more yards on first down. 9:40 left in the first quarter.
On defense, we're going to need to have a really, really big game out of our interior three, or I guess two, and our two outside guys, but we got to have a huge game out of Brandon. Bring you back to when we played him, we had a great game out of Dawson Pickens. He was Defensive Player of the Week that game because he –
Brakefield flips it out near side. It's caught by Maddox Mobley. There is a penalty flag, however.
He had a great game. He was meeting the ball before it could even go anywhere. You got to squeeze down on your guys, get ready to meet them. If you mess up one puller, that changes the whole play. You've got to squeeze down on those pullers, hit them before they can get down into that gap, and that'll change the game. So we got to have a huge game out of our defensive line here.
Long Grove first half defense, it looks like this flag was against the Horns as well. First half defense for the Long Grove Longhorns was about as good as the Long Grove first half offense. They only allowed 22 total yards from Victory Christian. They had 4 sacks. Luke Stinson had 2 of them. Nate Dobbs had 1, and the aforementioned Brandon Heckathorn had 1 as well from Sam Harris. That's JoJo Gray up the middle, breaks 1 tackle. Ken breaks a second, bouncing to the outside to the pylon, dragging defenders. He's in for the touchdown. As of now, there was a late penalty flag. JoJo Gray running with his hair on fire. His jersey nearly got torn off from the Longhorn defenders that were hanging on for dear life. Let's see what the flag is. There have already been 3 penalties in this game. It will go against Sulphur. Actually,
nope.
The plays will offset, and we will have a replay of that very play that started at the 22-yard line. Negate the hard run from JoJo Gray. We will do it again. There was a false start on Sulphur, and I did not catch the call that was against the Horns.
I think it was a face mask.
Penalties negate, 9:03 in the first quarter, 6-0 Sulphur. But they are looking to drive. The ball's on the ground. Brakefield hops on it. That's something Sulphur doesn't do. They don't turn the ball over either.
That's one of the flaws with option. You know, the running back doesn't know if he's going to get the ball. That's entirely up to the quarterback. And sometimes if it's not handed off perfectly, leads to that.
That tight end position, as you see, that's Colton Cole lined up. It's a throw to the corner of the end zone for Drake Wood, and it's intercepted. It's picked off. Kason Mansfield makes the play. That's going to be an interception.
Great play by Mansfield. Way to body up on his receiver that he's guarding to go up and get that ball.
Brakefield, with just his 4th interception on the year, he had 2 against Washington in the season opener, but was doing very well at taking care of the football. And he gives one away, and after that fumbled snap, you thought that would be a missed opportunity for the Horns defensively to get the ball back. Kason Mansfield with an interception, his 2nd on the year. And the Horns, although it's nice to get the ball, they're at the 1-yard line. Yep. Starting lineups first for the Long Grove Longhorns. It's a 4-senior offensive line with 1 junior. Austin Rowe at right tackle, Justin Bradshaw at right guard, Brandon Heckathorn at center, Davian Miller at left guard, Briar Atkinson at the left tackle position. We'll get the rest of the offense after this play. Quinn throws, it's incomplete, deflected, intercepted. Deja vu, 2 plays, 2 interceptions. Sulphur gets it back. Drake Wood with an interception off the deflection from Mims. And Quinn throws his first interception on the year.
You know, Andy, I think I've said this before. Football is a game of players making plays, and Drake Wood took advantage of a tip pass, intercepted it, and made a football play right there.
Wood with his second interception on the year. They'll run right back. Mobley untouched into the end zone. Touchdown Sulphur, 13 yards. This lively crowd from Sulphur has a lot to cheer about in this game so far in the first quarter. Colton Cole, his first extra point attempt was blocked. There's a flag, and it's likely going to be offsides on the horns. And I'd imagine Sulphur declines. Maddox Mobley with his 12th total touchdown on the year. Six rushing touchdowns. Scratch that, Sulphur will try for the two-point conversion. Brakefield in the shotgun position, gives it to Mobley, and he's stopped. Heckathorn the first to be there, and Sulphur cannot tack on that extra point after the touchdown. They've scored twice. They've just been able to put up 6 points, but they're still up 12-0 in the first quarter. We'll take a break and be back right after these words from your sponsors.
At Taco Casa, we get our beef from the American rancher, our corn from the American farmer, and our cheese from the American dairyman. We feed Americans. Taco Casa, real fresh, real food, real good, since 1972.
12-0 is your score here in Sulphur, Oklahoma. On the scoring drives for Sulphur so far, they've just ran a total of 4 plays in those 2 drives. 13-yard rushing touchdown from Maddox Mobley, as I mentioned, his 6th of the year. 12-0. Sulphur missed the first extra point attempt. It was blocked, and they tried a 2-point conversion their second time around after scoring, and they didn't get it. This ball is up in the air. Nice kick, fielded by Keller Stanley at the 20. He'll take it far side, breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2, and he's brought down near the 30-yard line. This is by far the best field position the Longhorns will have. Mentioning their starting lineups on offense, I did not get to the rest. I mentioned the offensive line, who has 4 seniors, 1 junior on the offensive line, but at wide receiver, it's Elijah Mims. Maddox Eidelman will line up at the tight end position, Keller Stanley at receiver. In the backfield, it's Kane Roberts, number 1, and number 3, Tatum Quinn, who has to shake off an early interception. Not only that, but he's got to lead an offense that's down 12-0. There's 8:17 left in this first quarter.
There's only one way to go when you're down. That's up.
We will see. The scoreboard says the ball is marked at the 40-yard line. That can't be right. But the Sulphur defense, on the ends, it will be Cooper Cole and Connor Sullivan. And at the interior line position, it's George Martinez and Colton Cole. In motion is Noah Farrell. It will be a keeper by Quinn up the middle, and he may get 1. Kill Brakefield, you also find him on the field along with Jaden McClure, Cash Pickett, the leading tackler on this defense. And on the corners, you'll see Drake Wood, who already has an interception tonight. Maddox Mobley, of course, at the free safety position. And Carter Cole also man that center field position. Bridge Barrett on the other side as well.
Andy, I really want to start seeing Lone Grove pass the ball, throw some more screens, spread this ball out, get Sulphur out of their comfort zone. That is one of the key ways to beat Sulphur, is you want them out of their comfort zone. Tatum rolls right, throws.
It's caught
by Scout Quinn.
Scout Quinn makes the grab, and that's a first down. Quinn to Quinn connection working for the first down of the game. This is a Sulphur defense who a couple of weeks ago held the #1 offense in District 3A2 and 7th-ranked team at the time, Perkins Tryon, to 20 points and 234 total yards. It was the second lowest scoring total output for Perkins Tryon, who the Long Grove Longhorns will see later on down the road. It was there's a whistle and a flag. Of course, last week, Sulphur faced one of the more inferior opponents in District 3A2. I mean that with the utmost due respect. They played McLeod. They were one of 3 teams in District 3A2 in Week 5 to score 60-plus points. Saw the Long Grove Longhorns score 63. McLeod scored 60. Perkins Tryon scored 70. It was the week of points in District 3A2 last week. But it was a 60-0 shutout for Sulphur against McLeod. That was their first shutout of the season. Quinn throwing, finds Mims on the slant. Mims trying to work his way upfield, and he gets across the 40 to the 41. On a first down and 15, there was a penalty flag that negated 5 yards from the original line of scrimmage. Elijah Mims, he did his best Randy Moss on Thanksgiving Day impression. He had 2 receptions for 2 touchdowns, 96 yards. He scored on the first play of the game against Victory Christian. Did I hear another flag?
Looks like they're talking about it.
Yeah. Well, Long Grove's already moving back.
Well,
if that's true, that's penalty flag number 5 on the Horns already.
What was the total last week? Do you remember?
Not off the top of my head.
Too many.
Had 18. I know this. They had 18 total in the loss to Seminole 2 weeks ago. 34-28 loss. A lot of those flags kind of dictated how Seminole got the ball on some possessions, and it really helped them out towards that fourth quarter, along with a late fumble in that fourth quarter. How about this trick play? It's Scout Quinn in the shotgun position on 1st and 25. Tatum Quinn lines out right. Quinn throws to Tatum. Tatum with a catch. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2. He's knocked out of bounds. So an interesting play call there. It's Scout Quinn, who is the backup quarterback for the Long Grove Longhorns, got in last week and ran it. He had 2 carries for 75 yards in that late fourth quarter frame.
No,
that's an interesting formation there.
No, having a receiver that can throw the ball, that really opens up the playbook on plays like that, you know.
Makes me wonder what Oklahoma State football is going to look like this week with Sam Jackson starting at quarterback for them. Tatum Quinn over the middle, looking for Scout Quinn, incomplete. 2 plays, you had Scout throw to Tatum, and then on the very next play, it's Tatum throwing to Scout. That ball was coming in hot, to say the least. It'll be 3rd down. Excuse me. It will be 3rd down. Check that. As we mentioned, this is the #1 scoring defense in District 3A2. 10 points a game Sulphur's allowing. Long Grove's right behind them at #2 with 20.5. Lone backfield for Quinn. 7:11 left in the first quarter. Quinn looking to throw. Has a clean pocket. Now he'll escape. And he throws it away. And it is caught. Mims catches it. He's running down the field. Can you believe it? Mims with 1 man to beat. He's dragged down. Circus play. 1st down. Just what the doctor ordered. Houdini's finest act. Quinn turns a near sack into the longest play from scrimmage.
All I've got to say is wow.
Oh my Lanta. Now they got to run quick. We're going to get in a huddle. Sulphur's bringing substitutions out on the field. Colton Cole's in. Drake Woods out. Ball's at the 3-yard line. Jumbo package. Stinson looking to work outside. It was contained beautifully by Sulphur. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Game of hot potato.
That might be one of the most insane plays I've ever seen.
Had me kind of jumping around.
Cooper Cole got to Quinn and had him drugged down, and in the process, Quinn just threw it up in the air. It was deflected by Bridge Barrett. Here's Quinn up the middle.
Touchdown.
He's in for the touchdown. He had 3 last week. He's got 1 here in the first quarter, and the lead is cut in half.
That's what Lone Grove needed right there. That boost of confidence, that momentum, that is what they needed. Now this defense has got to go out there, dig their –
71 yards. 71 yards. It's Yorel De La Torre for the extra point. De La Torre with a bullet right through the uprights. It's good. 7-12 is the score. We'll be back after these words from your sponsors.
At Taco Casa, we get our beef from the American rancher, our corn from the American farmer, and our cheese from the American dairyman. We feed Americans. Taco Casa, real fresh, real food, real good, since 1972.
The Station Sports Bar and Grill is the ultimate hangout where the game is always on, the music's always live, and the good times never stop. With indoor and outdoor seating available, ice-cold drinks, and a mouth-watering menu, plus wall-to-wall TVs, this is your spot for pro, college, and even your local high school sports teams. Simply put, it's a game day vibe you won't find anywhere else. Be sure to follow the station on Facebook to see who's coming to perform on the Boxcar stage. 2 blocks east of the Carter County Courthouse on Mill Street. Open 7 days a week. The Station Sports Bar and Grill, where every game is played on home turf.
Three-yard rushing touchdown from Tatum Quinn makes this a 5-point game, 12-7. Interesting on what kind of technique this kick will play. It will bounce. That's fielded. That's Long Grove football. There's a flag, however. There's a late flag, face mask on.
I don't know who, but it's going to be on Sulphur because we had the ball.
That ball was kicked up into the air. Not really a pooch, kind of a pooch and a half. And the ball bounced straight in the air. There was no Sulphur Bulldog around.
They thought it was going to bounce out of bounds, and Keller Stanley ran up there and caught it before it could go anywhere and was in possession in bounds. And that's going to be Lone Grove football.
And in high school football, that's how you steal possessions.
That is why we do that pooch kick, because there's sometimes stuff like that happens.
We are sitting on the Sulphur side. Packed crowd, amazing crowd.
Oh.
Homecoming 2025, Sulphur football. So the flag was against the Horns.
I guess they changed their decision.
It's not Long Grove football. It's Sulphur football for their third offensive possession.
Pointed towards Low Grove ball, but I guess they changed their decision.
6:13 left. The series of events, the last, I'll say 3 possessions total, have made this first quarter
curious to say what the refs are going to
come to a complete stop.
Kickoff travel out of bounds. We're going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First down and 10 at the 35-yard line for the Long Grove defense.
So when they call a false start on they motion the false start. That's not what it actually is. They said that the ball landed out of bounds.
Okay, when it hit the ground.
Yes.
And Curtis Cole is now trying to get an explanation, or an extra explanation.
I don't think you should be able to change the decision. They claim that
However,
it was Lone Grove ball.
Play fake down the field. Mobley's wide open. Breaks off the tackle from Stanley in one play. Sulphur's in business. You just cannot let up. The top can be taken off this defense so fast if you have number 4 down the field running wide open. Trips to the right, 1 wide to the left. 1 wide to the right, I'm sorry. Another throw, that one was over the head. It can be a live football if it wants to be, if it was a backwards pass.
It was a backwards pass, and it tipped off of them, so they're going to place the line, the football on where it went out of bounds, because that was a live football.
The Long Grove defense on the defensive line, manned by Davion Miller, Brandon Heckathorn, and Rylan Floyd. And at the linebacker position, Keller Stanley, Luke Stinson, Caden Hartman, and Elijah Mims, with Scout Quinn in the defensive back with Abel Shorter, Braxton Armstrong, and Kason Mansfield, who has 1 interception so far in this game. JoJo Gray breaks off 1 tackle, cannot break off the second. Good job by Keller Stanley and Abel Shorter to make the play. 5:53 left in this game. Still trying to wrap our heads around the kickoff decision right there. The ruling was the ball was out of bounds. So when the ball landed and it popped up in the air off the bounce, the officials ruled that the ball was out of bounds. Brakefield throwing, clean pocket, about as clean as you can get. Fires, finds Barrett, touchdown Sulphur. 23 yards on 3rd and 9. That was an unbelievable play by Barrett to high point the football. And he did the rest. Fourth touchdown on the year for Barrett, his first catch of the game. And all 6'1" of Bridge Barrett made that play happen. Sulphur for the extra point. Place kicker's Mobley. The kick is up, and it is good. 19-7 is the score. Long Grove offense has to answer once again. 5:27 left. We'll be back after these words on KICM TV.
At Taco Casa, we get our beef from the American rancher, our corn from the American farmer, and our cheese from the American dairyman. We feed Americans. Taco Casa, real fresh, real food, real good, since 1972.
The station Sports Bar and Grill is the ultimate hangout where the game is always on, the music's always live.
Four plays and 65 yards. That's what it took. It was a long reception by Maddox Mobley that set up Sulphur in premium real estate, and Bridge Barrett said, I'll have the rest. Number 1 for Sulphur.
Something that I'm noticing, Andy, on this defense is we're playing with tunnel vision. I think we're expecting runs so much that that play action is just beating us down because we're running to the ball, and like I say every game, one step in football is a mile. You get one step in front of a receiver and that ball is placed where it needs to be, it's going to be a positive play no matter what.
That's Kane Roberts, who can run a mile, but returned it. And extracurriculars after the play, that's what you'll find in a rivalry game like this for the 30th time in history. Long Grove Longhorns and Sulphur Bulldogs face off. And this is a Sulphur Bulldog team. If you ask head coach Corey Cole, this can be one of his many great teams that he's had so far here at Sulphur. And in the most recent edition of the Sulphur Times Democrat, Corey Cole called this game the biggest test by far. And if you just look at Sulphur's resume, they opened the season against Washington. The defending Class 2A 1 state champions. This is the first play at the 26-yard line. Long pass down the field, caught. Abel Shorter makes a grab. First down, Horns. But for Coach Cole of Sulphur, Long Grove fans, don't take this with a grain of salt. But he mentioned that this is his team's toughest test so far. And as I go over the resumes so far for Sulphur, they're 5-0, 2-0 in district play. This is a give up the middle to Roberts, who's going to bounce to the outside. Kane Roberts nearing another first down. He's got it to the outside. Late flag flies. It'll come back. It will likely come back.
They're going to call a holding. It was a weak call. I wouldn't have thrown the ball for the flag. Bias aside, but I'm not a ref.
It is a hold. So they open the season against Washington. They defeat Washington, snapping their 45-game winning streak. And then they head over to Davis for Murray County Bedlam. They dominate the Wolves, 34-14. Oh, by the way, Davis, Class 2A2 state champion. They beat 7th-ranked Perkins Tryon 42-20. And as I shared the statistic at the beginning of the broadcast, Perkins Tryon holds the number 1 offense in the district.
Do they really?
They're 5-0. That's exactly right. They're 5-0, 2-0, sole possession of first place. And Corey Cole calls this game, which he also mentioned, and Sam, we talked about this in the opener, he believes Long Grove can easily be 4-1 in this game. If a ball bounces their way and they're 2 of 3 losses, mainly against Seminole and Anadarko in the season opener, here's that package again, the interesting package, 3 wide, out to the left, 1 wide to the right. Scout Quinn, the quarterback. He'll throw far side now to Elijah Mims, who makes the grab. Mims with 2 receptions, and he's brought down. Maybe a gain of 3. But a Sulphur team that was quite literally a yard short of a state championship. It would have been their first one since 2004. They lost 28-27 to Lincoln Christian a year prior.
I'm sure that haunts Maddox Mobley. He was the one that...
Mobley was the one on the 2-point conversion.
I don't even know if he was an inch away.
But you talk about recouping, not sulking on a heartbreaking loss when you get right to the end. Sure, Sulphur's not satisfied by the silver ball, another whistle and a stoppage of play. But they've recouped, they've regained. Talking about Cale Brakefield, who's their starting quarterback.
We've got to stop beating ourselves up with these false starts. I haven't been counting, but I know it's at least 4.
Well, it's definitely a mismatch as far as total penalties and penalty yardage, and it's in favor of Sulphur. 19-7, 4:12 left in the first quarter. First quarters are brought to you by Jeff's Auto Service this year. 2 wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. It'll be a run. Roberts trying to bounce to the outside, breaks off 1 tackle, ball's free, on the ground, picked up Mobley. No, it's still recovered by Sulphur. Second turnover of the game for Long Grove. And that is exactly not what you want for the Horns. It was Roberts who broke off 1 tackle, could not break off a second. Bulldogs are in business once again. Not the first time they've taken over inside Long Grove territory. 19-7 the score, 3:57 left. Officials will jump in. Sulphur was ready to snap the ball. We're not sure what this delay is for or what it was, but it seems like it's over, and we will see the Sulphur offense out for now the 4th time offensively. Working a 19-7 lead, 3:57. Brakefield looking. Again, a clean pocket. Mobley the catch. Spin move. Juke. Touchdown, Sulphur. 32 yards. Maddox Mobley has no regard for human life. His 2nd total touchdown.
Our secondary is just getting confused by something. We had 2 safeties guarding 1 guy at the same time, which left the middle of the field just wide open for Mobley to catch that ball and then take it in the end zone. I don't know what's going on with our secondary, but we need to hook up, visualize the field, because if you're not going to be there to make that play, then this is just going to keep happening all game.
25-26 points. 26-7. All dogs. 3:49 left in the first. We'll be back after these words.
Harvey Douglas Funeral Home and Crematory wants you to know that planning ahead gives you the opportunity to select merchandise and services at today's prices and relieves your loved ones of making hasty decisions later. Harvey Douglas is the only funeral home in Ardmore offering 4 family meeting rooms with unique backdrops to personalize your experience. Their caring staff can help arrange every aspect of a beautiful funeral. Before making any decisions, visit Harvey Douglas Funeral Home and Crematory in their new facility at 2118 South Commerce in Ardmore.
Two-play drive. 26-7. And if you're watching at home, and if you're a Lone Grove fan, this quarter has probably aged you about 5 years. Happy birthday and then some. Still got 3:49 left in the first quarter. Fielded at the 15, it's Roberts. Brought down. Sulphur, a little RE, relentless effort on all facets of the game. You can see why they're the defending District 3A2 champions. They came into tonight outscoring their opponents 102-20. And if I do that math, if my math is mathing, that stat is up to 128-27. Still have 3 1/3 quarters left in this game. Quinn with a give up the middle to Roberts. What do you change offensively for Lone Grove, Sam?
I really think we need to stick with what I've been saying all game. Spread the ball out. Screens. Short little passes. We're not these guys running the ball is going to be really tough against Sulphur. We've got to spread this ball out. Make them uncomfortable. I've been saying it all game. You don't want Sulphur to get comfortable, because when they get comfortable, I mean, this is exactly what Sulphur wants. They've got a lead. Now all they got to do is run that ball, drain that clock. Trademark Sulphur football.
Sulphur got the ball first and scored on 3 plays. They haven't looked back since. They find themselves up 19 points. Keeper up the middle by Quinn, maybe a couple. On 2nd and 8, brings up 3rd down and probably 6.
And in Sulphur's case this year, and even last year, this year they've got a quarterback that can throw that ball, and you've seen it this game. I said it, you said it, everybody says it. Sulphur runs the ball. They run the ball. That's what you expect, and that's why their play actions are so brutal, because you don't expect them. And when they get open, big play.
Clock continues to run. Haven't been sold short of big plays, and a timeout by Curtis Cole. First charge timeout for the Horns. We'll take a quick one as well and be back for this crucial 3rd down and 5. 2:26 left after these words.
Hunter Supertex has been here since 2006 and will be here to provide you excellent service for your home service needs. Who said you need to sweat over getting a new HVAC system? With our special financing options fitting every budget. Oh, and did we mention you won't need to leave your comfy spot? Stay right there on your couch. Free estimates and financing, all from your sofa. Hunter Supertex, making home comfort a breeze. Go visit huntersupertex.com and schedule online today.
Third down and 5 as we welcome you back to KICM TV on YouTube. Lone Grove Longhorns, Sulphur Bulldogs. Longhorns are walking a thin line, down 19 in the first quarter. Quinn will throw far side over the head of Kane Roberts, and a 4th down. Second time the Horns will punt in this opening quarter. Like Sulphur last week, Lone Grove did not punt. Sulphur didn't punt as well. 2:22 left. We're still in the first quarter. Back deep to receive the punt, Carter Cole. Did not get a return attempt on the first punt because Quinn put it up in the air and he actually had a little friendly fire. He hit Scout Quinn in the helmet area. This is another good punt, fair catch, and it's bobbled and caught by Cole. Calm, cool, collected on that play. We'll keep it right here as Sulphur will retain possession at the 32-yard line. The Sulphur offense that has not missed a beat. 430 total yards on offense against McLeod, 263 through the air, 167 on the ground. They did not punt. They scored on every possession, and they scored on defense as well. That's how they got their 60 points. And you got to be quick when you're talking about Sulphur on offense because big plays can happen in a hurry, like down the sideline. Barrett with a catch. Right on cue. Down the sideline. Do you believe it? I see it. 67 yards. Break field to Barrett. His second touchdown. Speak it into fruition as this offense can score in the blink of an eye.
And the kick is good.
Extra point is up and good by Angel Rios. 33-7 is your score. We'll be back after these words. Another long score from Sulphur. And they're up big.
At Taco Casa, we get our beef from the American rancher. Our corn from the American farmer. And our cheese from the American dairyman. We feed Americans. Taco Casa, real fresh, real food, real good, since 1972.
One play, 67 yards. Break field to Barrett. Rich Barrett, a three-sport athlete. Football, basketball, baseball. Football, he's pretty good. Received an offer a couple days ago from Kansas Wesleyan University. How about this carry and return?
The freshman, Youngblood. Zane Hale.
Zane Hale scored a touchdown last week against Victory Christian, and, well, if you're a glass half full type of person for the Long Grove Longhorns, you got good field position to start this game, start this drive. By the way, first quarter, total time, 46 minutes, and we still have a tick under 2 to spare. 1 minute 59 left. That is by far the longest quarter by far we've had so far this year. 46 points, 40 combined points. The problem is 33 goes to the home team in red. Carry up the middle to Kane Roberts. Roberts rushed for 115 rushing yards last week against Victory Christian. .603 total yards of offense for Lone Grove last week against Victory Christian. 213 passing for Quinn, 142 rushing. Had 6 total touchdowns. He's just got 1 so far in this game. He's going to need a lot more, but it's going to have to come in stops on defense as well. And there's a flag and a false start on the Horns.
These boys just keep shooting themselves in the foot.
Minute 22, the clock continues to dial down. You got to think the Horns, they're 2nd and 13 after the 5-yard penalty. 2-yard run from Roberts on the first play of the drive. They are in Sulphur territory at the 46. Roberts switched sides, goes from left to right of Quinn. Ball is snapped. It's a play fake. Quinn looking, pressured, fires across his body to Roberts, and the ball is dropped. Dropped by Roberts. 3rd and 13. Clock stops at 56 seconds. In the first quarter, Brought to you by Jeff's Auto Service. Sulphur comes in with an 8-game home district winning streak. 8-game home winning streak versus district opponents. Quinn fires, caught, Mims. Short of the first down marker, but I sense a little desperation in the Horns. They need to go for this on a possible 4th and short.
I think we're going to have another false start.
Line to gain is the 33. Was there a flag on the field? Oh my goodness. Turn your heads and look away. I got 9 total penalty flags for the Horns in the first quarter. Not sure if that's right or not, but I'm going to ballpark it. You don't want to assume
I know we've
in broadcasting when it comes to statistics, but
this is at least 6 false starts now.
44 seconds. 3rd and Garvin County for the Horns. Quinn going deep.
Great ball.
Scout overthrown. Just over the outstretched arms. Quinn will stay on the field, but it's because he's the punter. And with 30 seconds left, the Sulphur Bulldogs will have one more crack at it before the quarter ends to put up points, adding to their 33-point total.
Big shout out to our Lone Grove fans showing out tonight, support our Longhorns. Thank you all to all those that make the long road trips, support these guys, win or lose.
I don't think they've had a bad crowd yet in their now 3rd road game of the season. Punt dribbles out of bounds close to the 25. 23 seconds left. We will see the Sulphur offense as we'll keep it right here on the air. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, next week, October 16th, on a Thursday night, Lone Grove and Manford will face off inside Longhorn Stadium. Horns are going to have to find a way to shake off this abysmal first quarter now that it has ran over a total of 50 minutes. Two wide to the bottom of your screen, one wide to the right. It's Brakefield who will throw. Stepping up in the pocket. He rarely takes off. He does here, and he gets brought down, sandwiched by 3 defenders. Brakefield, a little slow to get up. You don't want to see that, especially in a game like this where Sulphur has had so much success in the first quarter. That's their starting quarterback.
Looks like they're just going to let that clock run out at the halftime.
Brakefield, the eventual East Central University football commit, had himself a quarter along with, well, the rest of the team. Quarter number 1 is over. 33-7 is your score. We'll be back right after these words.
Harvey Douglas Funeral Home and Crematory wants you to know that planning ahead gives you the opportunity to select merchandise and services at today's prices and relieves your loved ones of making hasty decisions later. Harvey Douglas is the only funeral home in Ardmore offering 4 family meeting rooms with unique backdrops to personalize your experience. Their caring staff can help arrange every aspect of a beautiful funeral. Before making any decisions, visit Harvey Douglas Funeral Home and Crematory in their new facility at 2118 South Commerce in Ardmore.
In a first quarter where we saw 40 total points, total time lapse of 51 minutes, a multitude of long plays for Sulphur, a couple of long plays for Lone Grove, but it doesn't match the monumental scoring output in that first quarter. Long pass overthrown for Drake Wood, who scored the first touchdown of the game for Sulphur. This is a Sulphur offensive line. If you just watch at home, everyone at home, next time Brakefield drops back to pass, watch his pocket. Over 1,200 pounds of total weight on that offensive line. junior, sophomore, senior, junior, junior. A.J. Gordon at left tackle. Kason Meter at left guard. Centers Brody Wallace. Right guards George Martinez, and right tackles Caleb Walker. That averages out to about 255 pounds. Steps up into the pocket, incomplete, but a flag. Of course, as I say that, as I mentioned, the amount of time Brakefield has had in the pocket, Long Grove actually had some pursuit right there.
Keep talking about how good they played. Maybe that's what we need.
A little reverse psychology. Huh?
Yeah.
One thing is, we're going to keep talking about football. Andrew Dunham and Sam Harris. It's been a fun year so far, hasn't it, Sam? As far as, the Horns, if you look at it from their perspective, which I'm sure the majority of the viewership is Long Grove fans who didn't make it out to tonight's game, certainly hasn't been what they thought it would be. But here's a positive. Sulphur rolls out their punt crew. 4th down and 7. It's Colton Cole. We'll have to knock some rust off that leg. As I said, he did not punt last week.
This season's definitely been a roller coaster of emotions, Andy.
High, booming punt. Roberts fields it. No fair catch. He'll take it to the outside and run out of bounds close to the 40. We'll keep it right here. Deacon McKee saved this. He's doing a fantastic job. I'm sure he has. I haven't paid much attention to the feed, but I'm sure he's doing a fantastic job. Running camera. If it wasn't you, it was going to be Sam.
Yeah, and I promise you that would not have been
Sam
pretty.
had a deer in headlights look when I told him when he showed up. I don't think it was a deer in headlights look, but it looked like, look, running camera's tough, I'll say it. I've done it many times. I've done it while calling high school basketball. Not easy.
I have enough trouble just trying to be your color man.
One of the best camera operators I ever had, Cade McCurdy.
Dirty McCurdy.
Who may be watching tonight, I don't know, but he was fantastic.
Dirty, if you're watching, what's up?
Long Grove sets up shop at the 39-yard line to give to Kane Roberts. That's been the microcosm of Roberts' gains tonight. He had a long run that he bounced to the outside in the first quarter, but it was negated due to a penalty. Surprise, surprise. 2022 was the last time the Sulphur Bulldogs lost to a district opponent on their home turf. It was a 41-6 loss to Heritage Hall. Heritage Hall does not share the same district as both of these teams. Last year was the first year of the new district. Scout Quinn at quarterback. 3rd time we've seen this formation. It'll be a quick pass out. No, it'll actually be a throw from Quinn. Going downfield. Has Stanley, who has a step. It's caught. 1st down. No, dropped. Incomplete. Maddox Mobley was in coverage, and it was going to be a tough catch from Stanley, who was in the process of going down to the ground, and he just dropped it.
You got to catch
3rd down and 9.
I thought he had it there, Andy, but
you know what? And it was a great play because that's the first time we've seen a double pass out of that formation, whether it's been Tatum or Scout. In the backfield, Quinn under pressure, has to find a way to get rid of it, does to the sideline. It's caught by Scout Quinn. Near the 45-yard line, 4th down, and a late flag. It's going to be on the Sulphur sideline. That was a metaphorical gift under the tree. From Sulphur to Lone Grove. And I'm trying to identify the player on the sideline. I'm not sure what happened. It was number 23, Dugan Gray. He's getting an earful from Corey Cole on the sideline. I'm not sure what happened.
Looks like it was an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Looks like he might have done something on the sideline. You know, Dugan Gray, who's not on my notes, maybe he's a guy who gets in when the game's already decided, but on a decision like that, when he makes a play and extends the drive for the other team when he's not on the field, he might not see the field in this game. Uncharacteristic for Sulphur.
Get an unsportsmanlike conduct on the sideline. That's
10:47. Quinn, pitch, Roberts outside. There's blockers. There's room to run. Falls forward to the 45. Gain of 5.
flashback to the play before. I didn't get to say it because I was kind of caught up on what was going down on the field. Win or lose, expect to see some Tatum Quinn magic. Rolling out, getting pressured. He's going to try to find somebody, get that ball off. He does it every single game.
Quinn, who is excellent at throwing from different angles. Of course, he's a tremendous athlete. I don't need to tell you that. You just need to watch him. Bad snap. He's got to hop on it. Will likely be a loss of close to 15 yards. Make him a loss of 13. Bring up 3rd down and 18. Quinn looks like wasn't ready for the snap. Hackett Thorne is under center for Long Grove, I'm sorry. 3rd and 18. Sulphur's so good on 3rd down defensively. Held McLeod to 1 of 14 last week. Quinn looking, has to get rid of it. He's sacked, brought down. Ringing the bell off the edge is Cash Pickett. 3rd sack of the year, leads the team. Long Grove Longhorn punt. They bled a bunch of time off the clock as we approach 9 minutes to play. Quinn up in the air. Good punt, takes a bounce towards the 15. We'll be back after these words, 33-7, 8:48 left in the first half of play.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united.
Athletic injuries are...
JoJo Gray gets the first carry of the drive as we welcome you back inside the broadcast booth. Andrew Dunham, Sam Harris, Deacon McKee running camera. 3-yard run from JoJo Gray, who had just a powerful run called back due to offsetting penalties. It was a Cam Scattaboo-like run, and that's a good play right there by the Long Grove defensive line defending the run. First time tonight that I could probably say that. A loss of yardage, I think, as well.
You brings
third down. Go ahead.
You bring up Cam Scattaboo. Big shout out to him for helping my fantasy football team. Starting off on a Thursday night.
That's a good-looking duo for the New York Giants. Dart and Scattaboo took down the defending champion Super Bowl Eagles.
Very impressive. Brian DeBall on the hot seat.
Brakefield throws incomplete for Colton Cole. He planted his right foot, and he just lost his footing. Colton Cole will stay on the field because he is the punter for the Sulphur Bulldogs. Mentioned quarterbacks for Sulphur. They had a tremendous one last year. Luke Linville, who was a journeyman in high school football, finished his career at Sulphur after a few stops in Davis and Prague. Cale Brakefield has stepped into the quarterback position at Sulphur, and he has flourished. The guy punting it away, which this is a tremendous punt. Are you kidding me? Takes a bounce close inside the red zone. It's a good punt. But the man who was punting away for Sulphur, that was Sulphur's quarterback for the first 2 years. And, well, he played a part in Sulphur's 2022 loss to the Long Grove Longhorns. That was the last time the Horns have defeated the Sulphur Bulldogs. And, Sam Harris, you were the one to intercept Colton Cole. That was his freshman year. As a varsity starting quarterback, you intercepted the pass and took it 72 yards to put the nail in the coffin of the Bulldogs. as I've mentioned once, I'll say it again, that was the last time the Horns have beat the Bulldogs, and it was right at this field.
Yeah, no, that year they kind of switched between quarterbacks.
Long pass, caught.
Wow.
Shorter,
wow.
Stays in bounds.
Touchdown, Long Grove.
77 yards. Abel Shorter for the touchdown. A lightning strike on the first play of the drive.
That was a great throw by Quinn. He could not have placed that ball anywhere else.
That was a fantastic throw, I agree.
No, but Cole and Mobley, these guys, my junior year, they were both freshmen, and they kind of had a quarterback debacle with Sulphur. You know, Cole was kind of their power run, and Mobley was kind of their he was their power run and deep throwing situation, and Mobley was their short throwing situation and kind of that spread out run.
De La Torre went 9 for 9 a week ago against Victory Christian. He's 2 for 2 so far. 33-14 is the score. After a 77-yard lightning strike, Quinn to Abel Shorter cuts the lead to 19 points. We'll be back right after these words.
Stewart's Family Dentistry has been providing dental services to the families in this area for over 30 years. Their full range of services include dental implants, bleaching, and cosmetic dentistry, same-day crowns and bridges, orthodontics, preventative and pediatric dentistry. They'll even file your dental insurance for you. Stewart's Family Dentistry wants to be your family's dentist. Conveniently located in Ardmore, just south of Walmart on Merrick Drive, 223-6720. In Marietta, across from Bank First, 276-3055, and in Medill, across from Amazing Grace.
One play, 77 yards, was all it took for the Longhorns.
We just need to do that every time.
First score since the early part of the first quarter. Still down 19 points, but as Sam and I were talking in the break, Sulphur offense has kind of had a stick in the mud a little bit. They punted 2 offensive possessions in a row. Long Grove converts punts to stops. Nice catch down there by, that looks like Curtis Cole. Kicked it right to him.
And that flag, ladies and gentlemen, is because the ball went out of bounds. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty where the ball went out of bounds.
We were talking about Colton Cole earlier. 6'3", 230 pounds. And if you look at his resume, we talked about Sulphur's resume entering tonight. Colton Cole's resume, he's played tight end, defensive end, quarterback, kicker, punter. Had 2 years as quarterback here at Sulphur. His freshman and sophomore year, threw for over 2,800 yards and 37 touchdowns. This year, or tonight, he entered with 16 catches for 244 yards and 2 touchdowns. Sack brought down Stanley. Getting to the quarterback. Once again, I mentioned the pocket that Brakefield has had. Well, I like to call it a turkey sandwich pocket, which means a quarterback can stand back there and eat a turkey sandwich because he's got so much time. Well, ever since I've said that, the Horns have brought a little pressure to Brakefield.
No, you can kind of see Sulphur starting to kind of let their guard down. They're, all right, we've got the lead. We think we can beat these guys. Lone Grove's not. They're still trying. They're still wanting to win this game, which obviously they should. But Sulphur, you can see the intensity level that they had coming into this game has lowered tremendously. That was where we are now.
That was a handoff to Grady Hardoan, but there was a flag, and it's against Sulphur.
It's going to be a false start.
That would have been Hardoan's first carry of the game. He was the feature back last week in the win against McLeod. Season high in rushing yards was 62. Career high in touchdowns as well. He had 2. He was the Sulphur Times Democrat Player of the Week. This is Hardoan. Sam Harris mentioned in the opening as he got close to that first down, or close to the original line of scrimmage, I should say. I'm sorry. Brings up 3rd down. Hardoan. You got Mobley, Hardoan, JoJo Gray. You'll see a little Jackson Haggard as well. And Traber Sarders, you'll also see him. Just a influx of running backs, as this is JoJo Gray who started this game. 3rd down and 10. Brakefield looking to throw over the middle. Finds Colton Cole right on cue. Breaks 1 tackle. Could not break off the second. Brought down by Abel Shorter. The future Rice Owl, committed on March 8th, will take his talents academically and athletically.
We got a flag.
But negate that play. Yeah, I'm sorry. Negate that play. There's a flag. I think for these games, I should just stop. Whether the play happens or not, I should just immediately just look
5-10
at the
seconds.
officiating. Yeah, just 5-10 seconds delay. Yeah.
You never know these days. I will say, every refereeing crew we've had has been very quick to throw the flag. I don't know if that's been a new thing. We need more flags thrown.
That was a 1st down for Sulphur.
That sets them back 10 yards. So
Yeah,
I think that's going to be a holding call.
It's another 3rd and 20. Hardoin ran it for 10 to get them back to 3rd and 10. Now they're going to go deep for Barrett. It's caught. Bridge Barrett is serving up barbecue chicken on the Long Grove secondary. And he's kind of limping towards the sideline a little bit. He's going to stay in the game. 1st down. There was a whistle that stopped the play. I mean, Barrett, who I remember calling his high school games, freshman and sophomore year, baseball player as well. He's got a couple offers to play college football, but he's got a long 6'1" frame. I'd like to know what his wingspan is. There's Mobley to the outside.
Flag on the play.
Rushed out of bounds by Braxton Armstrong. And as Sam Harris mentioned, we'll see what the flag is. Maddox Mobley, the Christian McCaffrey type player for this Sulphur team.
It's going to be a holding against Sulphur.
Mobley, although he's listed as a running back, wide receiver, whatever you want to call him, I'd like to list him as an athlete. Leads the team in receptions with 18. He was the feature receiver. Did not have a carry. Didn't even stand in the backfield in the win against McLeod last week. He had a season-high 189 yards against McLeod last week, and now he's in the backfield. Mobley, with up to 6 collegiate offers to the likes of Navy, Bucknell, Army, Air Force, Northeastern State, and Tahlequah and Southeastern Oklahoma State University in Durant. Verbally committed to Navy on June 27th. 3-sport athlete, football, baseball, and wrestling. Brakefield wide open, uncovered Cole. Down the sideline, lowers the shoulder, 1st down and more to the 25. Mobley entered tonight with an 11 straight touchdown scoring streak in games. Extend that to 12. He got one in the 1st quarter. One of 5 touchdowns scored in the 1st quarter. 4:15 left in the 1st half. This 2nd quarter has went by relatively fast compared to the 1st quarter. The flag knocks back Sulphur. 4:13 left. Mentioned in the opening on the Exceptional Community Hospital pregame show, Kel Brakefield was the starting defensive back for Washington. Another flag. Brakefield was the starting defensive back for Washington High School. Through 3 years, he won 5 state championships in football and baseball. 2nd leader in total tackles with 102 in the 2024 Gold Ball season for Washington. He's thrown for over 200 passing yards in all 5 games so far this year, and he's thrown for at least 1 touchdown in all 5 games as well. 1st down and 10.
4:11 on the clock.
The 26-yard line, caught. Over the middle, Carter Cole. With his 11th reception on the year, 3 touchdowns entering tonight, 3rd amongst receivers in receptions. Sulphur moving quick. Gain of 15 yards, ball's on the ground, picked up by Mobley. Now he's going to try to take it to the outside. He breaks a tackle, and he's in. Sulphur scored on a fumble. 2nd touchdown for Mobley. 6 total. The beat goes on. Angel Rios on the extra point. He's 4 of 5, 5 of 6. Second quarter continues. 40-14 after these words.
Stewart's Family Dentistry has been providing dental services to the families in this area for over 30 years. Their full range of services include dental implants, bleaching, and cosmetic dentistry, same-day crowns and bridges, orthodontics, preventative, and pediatric dentistry. They'll even file your dental insurance for you. Stewart's Family Dentistry wants to be your family's dentist. Conveniently located in Ardmore, just south of Walmart on Merrick Drive, 223-6720. In Marietta, across from Bank First, 276-3055, and in Medill, across from Amazing Grace Boutique, 795-3360.
(40-14) is your score. Rios will kick it off. Took one step into it, kicks it right to Elijah Mims, who fields it at the 15. Mims, stiff arm, breaks one tackle. Now trying to take it to the other side of the field. There is a flag.
Really?
All at the 25. Yeah, can you believe it?
I would have never believed
Boy
it.
Heidi. We'll start having betting lines for
And now we
penalty
have another
flags.
flag.
Yeah. I mean,
You get a flag. You get a flag.
I'd like to sit down and watch other high school football games in Oklahoma, not even District 3A2. I want to see, is there just something in the water with the officiating this year? Not blaming officiating one bit. Hey, if you see a foul, you see a foul. Throw the flag. But in all my years, I don't think I've seen a stretch of games. We're on game number 6 now, where there's just been so many penalties per game total.
We had a block.
It's like chop block.
Chop block, yeah.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, Sulphur.
So those penalties offset.
I'm sure my good friend Bill Leverage is having fun down there. He's sitting directly below me. Well, kind of. He's on the other side of the press box.
Trademark is Sulphur. Sulphur football, I should say.
344. He's been at it a long time. A national treasure amongst Sulphur, Oklahoma. 344 first half.
Not afraid to let you know how he feels.
The high school spotlight interview brought to you by the station is coming up in the first half. We'll see performances from both bands. We'll have scoring updates. We'll have an update from Long Grove softball because it's October, and if it's October in Long Grove, you're going to watch some softball being played, more specifically at Devon Park in Oklahoma City.
Anybody wondering what the pink flags are for, October is Breast Care Awareness Month. So
Cancer Awareness Month.
Cancer.
Pink flags, not pink accessories from the players on the field. I know that was a staple in our childhood, Sam. The NFL players rocking pink. Of course, they don't do that much anymore.
That seems to have kind of faded away.
We have a delay. An hour and 17 minutes is the total time we've had in this game. We're getting some restless Sulphur Bulldog crowd members below us. We're standing on top of their press box. 40-14 the score. Quinn throws, caught, shorter, brought down by Mobley. If you want a positive takeaway, and there could be a few for Long Grove, depending on how this game finishes out, but Abel Shorter is certainly one of them, Sam. 77-yard receiving touchdown. That was the last score by the Horns. It was on their last possession. Quinn in the shotgun position. Give to Kane Roberts, brought down. Roberts on the carry. Give credit to Dylan Gleason on the tackle. Gleason enters tonight with 17 tackles and 1 tackle for loss. Loss of 4 yards. 2nd and 14. Ball at the 44-yard line. 2nd and 14, 2:52 left in the first half. Second quarter is brought to you by Dave's Trailer Repair. It's a throw, rolling, far side. Quinn, ball batted in the air and incomplete. Ball was batted down by number 31, Jason Gleason. 6'3", 240 pounds. 3rd down and 14. Clock continuing to run, stopped at 2:43 off the incompletion. Two receivers to the bottom of your screen, one to the top. Quinn looking, screen pass, caught by Eidelman, his first reception tonight. Eidelman is able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it, 4th down. Interesting scenario here, 40-14, 4th down and 10. At the negative 48-yard line, and from the looks of it, the Horns will punt. Their 4th punt tonight. Clock continues to run as we hit the 2-minute mark. Quinn boots it up in the air. Fair catch by Cole. Carter Cole, to be specifically, and the ball's fielded at the 21-yard line.
We got a lot of Coles out here tonight. Coach Cole, or got Curtis Cole.
Quintuplets. Well, yeah,
Corey
if you count
Cole.
Curtis Cole, yeah.
Carter Cole?
Sulphur newspaper, the Sulphur Times-Democrat, made it very aware that Curtis Cole and Corey Cole are not related.
No relation. No relation.
Corey Cole 2-1 against the Horns in his career. A snap that Brakefield was not ready for. Hey, Brandon Heckathorn was ready. He got right through that line, but the problem was nobody on Sulphur was ready. It'll be a flag against Sulphur. Back them up 5 yards. We'll try it again on 1st and 15 from the 17-yard line. Once again, I'd like to remind everyone, next Thursday night, we'll be on the air. Long Grove versus Manford. And as this game progresses and if Sulphur can close this game out, it's another win for Sulphur as Heckathorn in the backfield wrapped up JoJo Gray. Gray did not go down, but the officials went ahead and ruled the play dead. It'll be a monumental game for Long Grove. At home. The later we go into the season, the more important these games become. And as we approach week number 6 in high school football, you can't drop these games. JoJo Gray up the middle, shot out of a cannon. And when JoJo Gray gets in the open field, no holds barred. 1st down. "34-yard scamper for JoJo Gray. 1:15 left. There's some confusion. Corey Cole gets attention from the official standing on the sideline. Not sure what the stoppage is for. Minute 15 left. Whatever the stoppage was, the ball is going to be placed at the original line of scrimmage, and now the officials will meet with the Lone Grove coaching staff out on the field. Head coach Nubbin McClanahan giving direction to his secondary. Ball's at the 47-yard line, still first down and 10 after the run by JoJo Gray. Officials standing over the ball. That's an indication that they're not ready. Whatever they're discussing. Whatever the problem is, there's no solution. And I believe the way the officials are pointing towards the scoreboard, this could be a clock operation issue, but the clock has stayed at 1:15. And we're back to action. Brakefield, play action pass. Being pursued by Heckett Thorne, has to escape, looking to run, breaks off one tackle, breaks off two, and he lowers the shoulder. Powerful run, Cale Brakefield. First down run. Mentioned in the beginning, Brakefield, he won't take off unless he has to. He had to right there. He saw big number 55 for Lone Grove break off the double team. He took off. He's got great speed. And he gets a 14-yard run for a first down. Back-to-back plays, back-to-back first downs. Maddox Mobley in the backfield. High snap. Mobley is strung down. Caden Hartman, first time we've called his name tonight. He makes a play. 52 seconds left as the clock continues to run. Second down and 3. Loss of 2, second down and 12. 2 wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Another throw, Brakefield over the middle, wide open Colton Cole. As a tight end, there's 27 seconds left. This is a perfect example as a tight end. There's a flag. Thanks, fellas.
Illegal man downfield.
Either way, yeah, illegal man downfield. That's what happens in those RPO plays, Sam. Those run pass option, play fake, offensive line get a little too eager. They get down the field. You see it all the time.
Well, I mean,
in college,
the offensive line's job is to run and block somebody in front of them. They have no idea. It's totally up to the quarterback. He has to get that ball off.
Timeout by Corey Cole. Go ahead.
And in an RPO, it's never an offensive lineman's fault. He has no idea if it's going to be a pass or a run. His job is to – he thinks it's going to be a run play. He's going to run block. And the quarterback doesn't get the ball off in time. It's really on the quarterback. It's never on the offensive line.
27 seconds. I think you got to agree, though, if you're a quarterback, there's nothing better than a big tight end over the middle.
Absolutely.
Bails out a lot of plays.
Oh, absolutely.
Some of the best offenses in college and NFL, they got prolific tight end play.
When it comes to college, you had guys like Brock Bowers.
Tyler Warren for the Colts.
Who played at Notre Dame.
Trey McBride. Usually the ineffectiveness of offensive lines helps as well because the quarterback, he's going to roll out once he senses pressure, which Brakefield has rolled out a few times, but majority of the time he's had a clean pocket. No. But it's just been, well, you have 6'3", 230 pounds running over the middle of the field. You got to give him the ball.
Yeah.
And height-wise, Lone Grove has some length on defense, but they don't have that kind of length with number 17, who I think he's taller than 6'3". I'm watching him up here. Certainly looks bigger than that. There he is again, right on cue to the outside. Caden Hartman is going to chase him down and tackle him out of bounds on a 2nd and 17. Cole might get back to the original line of scrimmage to set up third down. 21 seconds, 6 seconds bled off the clock. Hartman making some plays on this drive. Ball at the 31-yard line on third down and 8. Brakefield escapes. He'll run, looking for the first down. He's got it, and more inside the 20. Lowers the shoulder again, meeting a Long Grove defender. Scout Quinn made the tackle. First down drive continues with 10 seconds, and now Sulphur has to think about how many plays can you run, how many shots to the end zone can you take to try to get a score at the end of these 10 seconds. We'll ponder about that over the break, and we'll be back after these words. You're watching Long Grove football on YouTube, powered by KICM TV.
Stewart's Family Dentistry has been providing dental services to the families in this area for over 30 years. Their full range of services include dental implants, bleaching, and cosmetic dentistry, same-day crowns and bridges, orthodontics, preventative, and pediatric dentistry. They'll even file your dental insurance for you. Stewart's Family Dentistry wants to be your family's dentist. Conveniently located in Ardmore, just south of Walmart on Merrick Drive, 223-6720. In Marietta, across from Bank First, 276-3055, and in Medill, across from Amazing Grace Boutique, 795-3360.
Okay. 40-14. We've just eclipsed 40 minutes in this second quarter total time. Brakefield intercepted. It was tipped by Hartman, intercepted by Abel Shorter, and that was an ugly tackle at the end because that looks like a Longhorn got clipped underneath, but that's okay. That's good that he got up. I'm still trying to identify who that was, but that's the second interception thrown by Cale Brakefield.
Abel Shorter's kind of been all over this field tonight.
Shorter
Offense,
with a touchdown,
defense,
a couple of receptions, an interception. Cale Brakefield now matches a season high in interceptions this year. He threw 2 against Washington. He's got 2 tonight. Five turnovers in this game. 4 turnovers. An interception and a fumble for the Horns, and 2 interceptions thrown by Sulphur. 4 seconds left. I'd imagine this is just a carry by Kane Roberts. It is up the middle. Tackled by Cash Pickett, and we head into the halftime break. All Bulldogs. They lead by 26 points. Not the largest deficit of the year, but it's certainly up there. We'll take a halftime break, get you reset. You'll hear a high school spotlight interview and much more on this halftime break here on KICM TV.
You don't see big banks doing what 1NB does. We're a community bank. We're here to serve the community. We see where we can help people and what they're really doing in their businesses. Our dedication to making sure that our community, where we live, where we work, is successful is a primary purpose of our bank. First National Bank cares about me and my community. I love living in a small community. I'm going to choose a small bank with people that care about the same community that I care about. First National Bank is my community bank.
Stillwater Milling Company, more than just a feed store. Every kind of feed and seed that you need. Pet stuff to livestock supplies, from farm and ranch, we're the guys. For any kind of job, we help you do it right. Stillwater Milling Company, more than just a feed store.
Your pickup is an extension of you. Whether it's a work truck or a daily driver, you'll probably add a brush guard, steps, or rhino lining, spray-in bed liner, or running boards, bed mat, and cargo cover. If you're towing a camper, you may need a fifth wheel hitch. If it's your pride and joy, consider custom wheels and tires to go along with everything else. B&E Custom Trucks can take your stock pickup just like every other Joe on the block and turn it into your one-of-a-kind dream machine. Or just make it a lot more functional for you. Whatever your taste, whatever your budget, talk to the experts and B&E Custom Trucks. Highway 70 in Lone Grove, 657-6536.
Good job by the Long Grove Thundering Herd giving us a performance, as it's Andrew Dunham bringing you back here on the High School Spotlight halftime show. And with every High School Spotlight halftime show, we bring you a High School Spotlight interview, and it's brought to you by The Station in Ardmore. The Station, a mouthwatering menu and wall-to-wall TVs. The Station is your spot for pro, college, and even your local high school sports teams. 2 blocks east of the Carter County Courthouse on Mill Street. Open 7 days a week. The Station, where every game is played on home turf. Pardon me, I'm going to throw it over to Jay Lindley, and he will get you set for the High School Spotlight interview right here on KICM.
It's time now for the Long Grove Longhorn High School Spotlight, presented to you by The Station Sports Bar and Grill. With a mouth-watering menu, wall-to-wall TVs, The Station is your spot for pro, college, and even your local high school sports teams. Just 2 blocks east of the Carter County Courthouse on Mill Street, open 7 days a week. The Station, where every game is played on home turf.
John Waters here with you on 97.7 KICM. We're at the middle of the Lone Grove football game tonight, and we've got with us people from the Lone Grove FFA. We have Addison Burris, who's going to introduce herself and introduce everybody else. So go ahead.
Hi, guys. My name is Addison Burris. I am the president of Lone Grove FFA, and this is Abby Porterfield, our vice president of the Lone Grove FFA. And then we have Jace Parker with us, who is our reporter this year. And then we have Mr. Parker, who is one of our wonderful, wonderful advisors.
What do y'all, I've got some questions here for you. I think the annual jackpot show, it's going to be held in December. One of y'all want to tell me about that?
Our annual swine jackpot show will be December 13th at 6 p.m. at the Lone Grove Ag Barn. We usually have an amazing turnout, and we would love it if you guys could come out and watch some of our kids' show, as well as kids from all over the state. Something else I want to talk to y'all about, or y'all can tell me about, it's a labor auction coming up next month.
Yes, the labor auction is November 8th. It will be at the middle school cafeteria. We have Swink will be providing the food for us. We're talking about possibly doing some either pulled pork sandwiches or brisket sandwiches. And it's a deal that one of our bigger fundraisers throughout the year. You can come up, have a meal. We introduce all of our officer team. We'll have a silent auction with some products that our ag mechanics class builds. Plus, we'll have each one of our classes in school will have a basket that they put together that they also sell in the silent auction. And then you have the option of possibly taking home, not that evening, but maybe on a weekend, paying for some of our kids to come out and help you do some manual labor.
Future Farmers of America. I'm going to drop back to my childhood, or not that far back, but when I was in high school, there weren't any ladies in Future Farmers of America. When did the girls start coming into FFA?
So the girls actually merged with the guys in FFA in 1969. Before, it was very uncommon for girls to be in that, and so it was strictly guys. And then we had NFA, which was New Farmers of America, which was for African Americans, and then we had FFA, which was for the white men, and then they merged. I don't really remember when, but then in 1969 the women came in, and actually today I would say that there's more women FFA members than there are men. I know in our chapter we kind of outnumber the men.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, obviously over in McCurtain County, we're real slow. They didn't have any over there back in that time period, but that is really kind of a neat deal. And I'm going to ask this question too. And the Green Hand initiation, does that name ring a bell to either one? Any of y'all? You ever heard of that? Okay, good. The initiation to FFA at that time period was all boys. It went on for a week at school. They had their hand dyed green. It was like a fraternity initiation almost. I mean, I can't remember if it was all week or at least one day, they had to wear dresses. They were cross-dressing way before it was the thing to do, you know. But it's quite a deal, and I'm going to safely assume that doesn't happen anymore, right?
No, there's no initiations going on anymore.
Do y'all show cattle, sheep?
Yes, I've shown registered shorthorn cattle for about 8 years now, and anybody that would be interested in showing any type of livestock, honestly, would be a huge accomplishment in their life, because you get to meet anybody around the world, pretty much anybody in the U.S. I've met so many people through showing cattle and my involvement in FFA, in which anybody that comes to Lone Grove and gets into our FFA chapter, we have an ag barn, and then we have also Mr. Parker and Miss Burkhalter that will also help you find the animals you're wanting to show, or possibly our animals that we're wanting.
Do y'all still is it still taught within the FFA? I can't think of how to phrase it other than technical training, because I know there was welding classes or welding taught and things like that.
We definitely have an array of classes. Welding and shop is one big one that we do. A lot of our kids are very skilled in that aspect, and that goes into our labor auction, things like that. And people ask for things to be made all the time. But we also have things like ag lead, which is just leadership and getting yourself involved. And then ag communications, which can be photography, articles, things like that. What else do we have? I feel like there's so much more that I just skipping over.
One thing about the Ag Com is at the current moment we are in the process of forming our own podcast. So these two ladies over here are part of that group also. So we have one that'll be dropping tomorrow?
Yes.
On YouTube?
Well, we film on Fridays, release on Tuesdays. So it'll be out on Tuesday. We have one out right now, but we have some special guests coming in within the next few weeks to talk about some different topics.
Okay. I find this all very interesting because, like I said, I can remember back, and I've said this every interview I've done. I'm sorry I'm reminiscing all the time, but these things bring back memories that I've had for years. It's so good to see that. Like I said, I wasn't in FFA. I lived in town, such as it was, Idabel, if you're wondering. But most everybody else, it was a rural area. Most everybody else was in FFA and did things like that. One quick thing I want to mention too, right quick, Blue and Gold meat sale. Tell me about that.
So our Blue and Gold meat sale, along with the labor auction, is another really big fundraiser that we hold. I couldn't tell you the number of products that we get in for other members, but our FFA members go around and advertise for the Blue and Gold and say what it's for, what it's going to be doing for our chapter, all the benefits that it can provide for our chapter. And it's just a really great fundraiser because it's something different. Like, it's not calendars or football tickets, which we all
Candy
also
bars.
do. Right. And it really provides somebody like a really hearty meal if they needed one. So, yeah.
When I say Blue and Gold sausage, Blue and Gold bacon, is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, I thought
Absolutely.
so. I thought so. I wasn't for sure, and I thought, oh, crud, I'm going to,
And I guess it's kind of been also FFA's trademark, I'll say.
Okay.
When you think of the word FFA, some people think, oh, you're the people that sell Blue and Gold.
And it's
so
wonderful.
that's kind of what we're also known for.
Yeah, it's
a lot.
good.
Yes.
Bacon and sausage, oh, Lord, that's wonderful. Well, we're visiting with Addison Burris, Abby Porterfield, Jace Parker, and Gus Parker from the Lone Grove FFA chapter. And we're getting ready to wrap up here. Anything last minute? Anything?
One last thing that we're fixing to kick out is we always do a sponsorship campaign for our pig show and other things like that. So we'll be getting that kicked off this next week. We're going to get flyers out. I'll start sending the officer team out and around. And there's different tiers that we have throughout that, and anybody that sponsors gets their name put on the banner. It's posted up inside the Ag Barn for all of our contests and what all that we put on out at the Ag Barn. And for the more top tier sponsors, they get actual banners with their names, company logos, whatever like that, and it lines the inside of the ring. So it'll be there during our jackpot or local show, our Ring of Gold, which is during FFA week. So it extra advertisement for those that are willing to help out sponsor the ag department.
We've been visiting with Addison Burris, Abby Porterfield, Jace Parker, and Gus Parker of the Lone Grove FFA chapter. We have thoroughly enjoyed having you on the show tonight.
And that's this week's Lone Grove Longhorn High School Spotlight, presented to you by the Station Sports Bar and Grill.
At Kerr Pumps, innovation powers everything we do. With over 100 patented technologies, precision CNC machining, advanced robotics, and unrivaled customer service, we set the standard in pump technology. From our world-class manufacturing facilities in Sulphur and Marietta, Oklahoma, our people are lowering the cost of hydraulic fracturing and helping make America energy dominant again. If you want to join an innovative team, apply today at KerrPumpsJobs.com. Made in America. Made in Oklahoma.
Dive into the new Ultimate Trio at your neighborhood Applebee's of Ardmore, where every combo is a winning play. Pick, mix, and score for just $14.99. Who will you draft? Will it be chicken quesadillas with chipotle lime salsa, or boneless wings with house-made ranch or blue cheese? With 10 apps and 10 dips to combine, any combination could be the winning play. The Ultimate Trio, only at your neighborhood Applebee's of Ardmore, 2680 West Broadway. Open till midnight Sunday through Thursday and open till 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays.
As we welcome you back inside the broadcast booth, Andrew Dunham, Sam Harris. We brought you a first half that had 54 combined points. Problem for the Long Grove Longhorns is 40 of them belong to their opponent. They did not let off the gas, but if you want a positive, Sulphur put up 33 points. That ball's in the air, and Long Grove's going to have to field it. Oh, that was a scary fall. Mims was up into the air and got catapulted by a member of the kicking team from Sulphur. Let's see who got the ball. Mims is up and walking, which is good.
It's going to be Long Grove football.
Yeah, it'll stay with Long Grove football. You know, something we kind of glossed over in that second quarter, or really in the first half, Sulphur put up 33 points in the first quarter. They were only held to 7 in the second quarter. 40-7, 40-14 was the score. I apologize. 7-7.
Sulphur's not put up just this long, consistent drive, which is usually Sulphur's brand of football, is this slow, long, dragged-out score. All their scores have been just these really big, long pass plays. I mean, if our defensive front has stopped the run so well this game, that is what has led Sulphur to pass the ball, which they've done a great job at. Credits to them, but also credits to our defensive line for stopping the run.
I had the absolute privilege to go down and talk to play-by-play voice of the Sulphur Bulldogs, Bill Leverage and Darryl Cole, and they were very complimentary in the Long Grove defensive line. They said that really the Sulphur run game hasn't been, like you said, Sam, that's an interception. Picked off by Carter Cole, his first of the year, to the pylon, down inside the 5. And I don't know if that was a miscommunication or what, but it was thrown right to Cole. entered tonight with 37 tackles, and he notches his first interception on the year. And after 2 plays, Sulphur has set up shop inside the 5-yard line to the 4. Here's the Sulphur offense, still led by Cale Brakefield. He's the older cousin of Creed Barrett, who's also cousins with Bridge Barrett. Here's Mobley to the outside, looking to get the edge. He is in for the touchdown. 3rd touchdown of the night for Mobley. Like in the first half, quick scoring drives. That one was off the 3rd turnover of the night committed by the Horns. And on one play, Mobley had to run a long way for 4 yards, but he gets it in for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. The kick is up, and it's good. 47-7. We'll stay right here and be back after these words.
Kerr Pumps. Innovation powers everything we do. With over 100 patented technologies, precision CNC machining, advanced robotics, and unrivaled customer service, we set the standard in pump technology. From our world-class manufacturing facilities in Sulphur and Marietta, Oklahoma, our people are lowering the cost of hydraulic fracturing and helping make America energy dominant again. If you want to join an innovative team, apply today at KerrPumpsJobs.com. Made in America. Made in Oklahoma.
Dive into the new Ultimate Trio at your neighborhood Applebee's of Ardmore, where every combo is a winning play. Pick, mix, and score for just $14.99. Who will you draft? Will it be chicken quesadillas with chipotle lime salsa, or boneless wings with house-made ranch or blue cheese? With 10 apps and 10 dips to combine, any combination could be the winning play. The Ultimate Trio, only at your neighborhood Applebee's of Ardmore, 2680 West Broadway. Open till midnight Sunday through Thursday and open till 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays.
He's
40, oh, go ahead. No, 47-7. We're just discussing weekend plans. Sam Harris.
Hambone's going to give me a ticket. Cause,
Jackson Hammonds.
What a guy. We're going to go.
Ticket to Cincinnati, Oklahoma State next week in Stillwater, a part of America's greatest homecoming. And after this game, as there's a whistle and a flag, after this game, I'll have to hightail it back to Stillwater to be a part of pregame coverage for Oklahoma State in Houston tomorrow.
Because this guy, Andy, is big leagues.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't think I'm that, but the support from you and the majority of my family and my friends is great.
Andy,
We're
I'm
having
blessed
fun.
for you to be my partner.
Thanks, buddy.
And the fact that you even wanted me to be your partner.
Oh, absolutely. We're having a great time here. Always have a good time everywhere. Of course, if you're a Long Grove fan, you're not having a great time tonight, if they're still watching. Quinn on the outside, who just threw the interception on the opening drive to begin the second half, runs for maybe 2 or 3 on the first down and 15. Yeah, weekend plans. Houston and Oklahoma State, they're in an interesting dilemma because they're now down 2 quarterbacks. Haas Haney, who they lost on the first 2 drives in their opening game against UT Martin, and they're also down Zane Flores, who was injured against Arizona last week. They now have a true freshman, Banks Bowen, originally committed to Tulsa, and they also have Sam Jackson, who has been a journeyman in college football. Started as a quarterback, played quarterback in high school, played a little bit in college, but Oklahoma State will start a wide receiver at quarterback tomorrow morning on Saturday. And I say morning because it's 11 a.m. kickoff.
The last time I remember wide receiver starting at quarterback, I mean legitimately starting, was the Denver Broncos the COVID year.
Hilton was his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
3rd and 4. 9:45 left. Quinn, play fake, looking to the sideline. It is dropped, incomplete. Drake Wood on the coverage. The intended receiver was Noah Farrell.
I believe Joe Flacco was hurt.
As part of my prep for the Oklahoma State-Houston game, interim head coach Doug Meacham noted an interesting name that's kind of in a similar situation than Sam Jackson is. It's a former TCU quarterback, Trayvon Boykin. I'm sure you remember Trayvon Boykin, who was a heck of a player. Stepped on campus as a wide receiver, converted to quarterback, and the rest was history as far as college. The guy didn't have much of a pro career, but he was an unbelievable talent. As this ball is punted away by Quinn. Takes a bounce over midfield into Sulphur territory to the 39-yard line.
We're
going to keep it right here.
I'm a Pokes fan, but something that people seem to forget about when you brought up TCU is Max Duggan leading that team not only to the playoffs, but to the national championship.
Yeah. I went out on a limb, and I don't like to go out on limbs just because I'm kind of a larger person. I'm taller, and I'd probably break the limb if I went out on it.
Yeah.
But I picked TCU to win the Big 12 championship this year. Probably won't happen, but that's what it's all about, going out on limbs.
I got to go Baylor.
Baylor.
I like Baylor.
Okay. JoJo Gray, who started the game at running back, bursts through inside Long Grove territory, first down. JoJo Gray, I mentioned he's the power back of the running back bunch, but he's got some speed, especially in open field. He's got 6 touchdowns on the year, entered with 5 tonight, scored the first touchdown of the game. Check that, he did not. JoJo Gray did find the end zone. Go ahead.
Who do you got winning the Super Bowl?
It's so early to tell.
You want me to tell you mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
Los Angeles Rams.
Okay, that's a good pick. By far my fantasy football MVP, Puka Nacua. That's a good pick. JoJo Gray again. Lost the ball, picked up by the Horns. It's been a turnover festival, has it not?
Yeah, yet again.
I believe that now makes 3 turnovers for both teams.
Long Grove.
6 total.
Doing a great job at stopping the run.
That's right. That's what Bill Leverage said when I talked to him down at the halftime break. He said, they've looked good, which you got to look good if you're going to score 40 points in a half. We're up to 47 now. But he said the one constant has been the lack of run game productivity. And he was complimentary of Brandon Heckettthorne and Davian Miller and the whole defensive line. They've done their job tonight. Force a turnover. The Alan Parsons Project will lead us into this drive for Long Grove. Their 3rd now offensive drive. This quarter, knock on wood, continues to move quickly as there's a penalty flag down. 8:33 left in the 3rd quarter, brought to you by Jeff's Auto Service.
Looks like we're going to have a face mask against Sulphur, which is going to be a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
In the 3rd quarter, pretend that graphic said 3rd quarter. Haven't changed it yet. 8.5 to play.
Some confusion going on. Chain Gang has not moved the chains yet.
Deacon McKee coordinating your camera tonight. He's done a great job. He's had a lot of action. Have you, Deacon? He has. He's nodding his head yes. 1st and 4. It's an unusual spot. It was a flag. It was a flag on Sulphur.
I guess it wasn't a face mask. I'm kind of confused to what's going on here. Chain Gang has not moved the chains if it was a first down.
Speaking of confusion, we were told this was some great information by Deacon McKee again. I'm going to give him a shout out, but talking about the pooch kick that landed seemed to be in bounds, question mark. The officials did not think so. If you ask a Long Grove head coach, the anonymous member of the Long Grove football team that was on the sideline, he or she said that that ball was almost a foot in bounds. And, you know, it's also funny to mention that the official that threw the flag was on the far sideline on Sulphur's side.
Yeah, no, like, I mean, it was obvious from here. I'm still kind of in confusion what was going on, and that was a great momentum play. At that time, it was 12 to 7.
Right.
And, I mean, still kind of questioning that call there. I mean, how are you going to throw the flag from the opposite side of the field? I mean,
3rd and 2, this is a big play for the Horns. Will they try to get it on the run? They will with Kane Roberts, who's been held tightly by the Sulphur defense. May have gotten the line to gain. It was the 45-yard line, and the chain gang says, yes, moving forward, first down, Long Grove. Look, it's if. Even if, you know, the pooch kick is successful and Long Grove gets the ball, they take the lead, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Who's to say we don't have the same score we have now?
Oh, no, you can't live in a world of what-ifs. But,
that's exactly right.
At the same time, though, I would have liked to see what this game could have been.
Quinn throws. Eidelman, his second grab of the night. He got popped. He got hit. Traber Sarters.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a new defensive group out here for Sulphur.
Jaden McClure, who started at the middle linebacker position for Sulphur, came in the second leading tackler for Sulphur. George Martinez checks out. I'm glad you mentioned that. Grady Hardoan looks to be lined up on that right side. Connor Sullivan still in the game at nose tackle. High snap, fielded by Quinn, and Roberts is in the backfield. Brought down Dylan Gleason. Garen Watson, number 20, in at defensive back. Traber Sarters playing that safety position. Carter Cole, who intercepted the pass from Tatum Quinn to start this second half, still in. Bridge Barrett over on that far side at the top of your screen. 3rd down and 8, 5.5 to play. The clock is just trickling down like sand on top of an hourglass. Just pouring on down. Quinn throws, almost intercepted again. He threw it into the danger zone. Number 14 in red, Sarters, nearly had his first pick of the season. But he dropped it, and it's 4th down. And the Long Grove offense, they'll, you know, as we've mentioned before, Tatum Quinn is the punter for the Horns, but Quinn will stay on the field when this team is looking to punt, but they'll bring in another package as far as extra blockers. None of those guys came in, and it looks like they're just going to go for this at the 48-yard line of their own territory, 4:54 left. They need 8 yards. Quinn will look near side, throws, scout Quinn, it's caught, forward progress, it won't even matter. He gets a few extra yards, and tumbles towards the 40 for a first down. And getting free T-shirts thrown into the crowd here in Sulphur. Bonus coverage of this game is now on 97.7 KICM. I got a text from the amazing Kurt Mays that we are on the radio waves, so that's nice to hear. Quinn will roll to the outside, and he'll get close to another first down. It was first down and 10 from the 40, with 4:10 trickling down in this third quarter. If you're just joining us, it's 47-14 in favor of the Sulphur Bulldogs, who jumped out to an early lead. It was a relatively close game. I think the closest I can think of it was when it was 12-7. It was a 5-point advantage for Sulphur, and they did not look back. They would then on to score 21 unanswered points to make it 33-7 to end the first quarter. Horns would answer with a strike. It was a 77-yard receiving touchdown from Tatum Quinn to Abel Shorter. as this is a carry up the middle on 1st down and 10 to Kane Roberts. Horns got the ball to start the second half, but on the first play from scrimmage, Tatum Quinn threw an interception to Carter Cole, who set up a 4-yard rushing touchdown by Maddox Mobley for his 3rd total touchdown of the night, 2nd on the ground. 3:12 left, lone backfield for Tatum Quinn as Kane Roberts motions out to the right side. Quinn will throw. He'll go to Roberts, who's uncovered, makes the catch, breaks off one tackle down the sideline to the 15-yard line, and he's brought down. Tackled by Madden Duck, number 5. First time we've called his name tonight.
What a name.
Yeah. Second time we've been on the radio. Sam Harris, after the conclusion of the 55-14 win, Ardmore over Medill. And I believe, if my math is mathing, Medill is now 0-6 on the year. Tough year for the Wildcats of Medill. But they have Kyle Jesse, who's leading their men's basketball squad.
It's still
got taken down by his former squad. Keeper up the middle by Quinn, still moving the pile to the 10-yard line.
I still can't believe that Medill is 5A.
Yeah, that resulted in a matchup last year. I mean 4A?
4A, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. That initiated the matchup between Ardmore and Medill. I believe it was the first time since 1976. Someone out there, please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. But, yeah, Ardmore and Medill, and it was hard to believe that in football, Ardmore and Medill had never played during that time period until last year. Ardmore gets a good win. 2nd and 2, ball at the 10-yard line. Low snap. It's corralled by Quinn, but he's got room to run. He's got a 1st down and more. Off a broken play, Tatum Quinn is down to the 2-yard line. He needs an extra push. He reaches over the goal line. Let's see what the spot is. It looks like he'll be marked down at like the half-yard line. But Quinn takes a broken play and just ran around the edge. There was no outside containment by Sulphur, and that was nearly a touchdown.
No, that bad snap kind of led to a really positive play. It got the rollout started to where Tatum could just get around that corner and just zip it all up in there.
What would have been a loss of 4 or 5 turned into a gain of 9. Ball is at the 1-yard line. Quinn, as you feature the jumbo package, it's Justin Bradshaw in the middle with Stanley and Stinson in the backfield. It's going to be a keeper by Quinn up the middle, and it'll be close.
I don't think he got it.
Closer than usual, and Sulphur will stand tall. How about last night when the Philadelphia Eagles ran 5 straight tush pushes last night? I don't know if you watched that game or not, but 5 straight carries by Jalen Hurts. And I believe at the end of the half, Jalen Hurts had 6 carries for 1 yard.
I know Saquon Barkley fantasy owners were not happy at all.
I'm sure there's a few out there that are listening or watching that were Saquon Barkley fantasy owners. So Quinn will try it again. 2nd down and 1, 44 seconds trickling off this 3rd quarter clock. It'll be a give to Keller Stanley. Stanley is stopped again. It's going to take 3 plays for the Horns to try to get this 1 yard. Stanley was stopped right at the line. Sulphur defensive line standing tall. They tried to give it to Keller Stanley, the senior number 13, who has 3 rushing touchdowns on the year.
That's going to be a touchdown.
Up the middle, yes. Tatum Quinn finds the end zone. Took the Horns 3 times, but hey, 3rd time is the charm. 6 seconds left. It's 47-20, pending an extra point from Urel De La Torre. It was a good drive by Long Grove. Once again, that's now their 13th point off of a Sulphur turnover. Holders, Elijah Mims. With 6 seconds left, De La Torre takes a couple of steps back and powers into this extra point attempt that is up and good. And that ball landed somewhere in Garvin County. 47-21 is your score. We'll be back after these words.
At Kerr Pumps, innovation powers everything we do. With over 100 patented technologies, precision CNC machining, advanced robotics, and unrivaled customer service, We set the standard in pump technology. From our world-class manufacturing facilities in Sulphur and Marietta, Oklahoma, our people are lowering the cost of hydraulic fracturing and helping make America energy dominant again. If you want to join an innovative team, apply today at kerpumpsjobs.com. Made in America. Made in Oklahoma.
Welcome you back to Calvin Agee Field in Sulphur, Oklahoma. 5-0 Sulphur versus 2-3 Lone Grove. Sulphur holds sole possession of first place in the District 3A2 standings. Lone Grove in third. The number 2 scoring offense in District 3A2, the Sulphur Bulldogs. Just a tick above average. They came in averaging 41 points per game. They have 47 tonight. A large part of that was the 33-point first quarter. And if you're just joining us, whether you're on live stream or on the radio dials of 97.7 KICM, the big station, our first quarter eclipsed 50 minutes, closer to 51. I don't know the exact total down to the last second, but a 51-minute first quarter, 39-minute second quarter. But the third quarter it went by fast. And we find ourselves in the fourth quarters this year that are brought to you by Dave's Trailer Repair.
Yeah, no, that 12-minute quarter definitely felt like a 12-minute quarter, not a 50-minute quarter or a 40-minute quarter.
That's exactly right. And I'm gonna go out on a limb again. This time I'm more confident about this one than my last one, but that by far was the longest quarter we've had so far this year.
Yeah. I kept looking over. I'm like, golly, it's still first quarter. It's still first quarter.
You want something to hang your hat on. The Sulphur Bulldogs had the best scoring defense in District 3A2. Grady Hardoin is brought down. He was hit behind the line. A little bit of friendly fire from his offensive lineman. Keller Stanley comes flying in for the tackle and a loss of about 4 yards. But as I was getting to, the Lone Grove Longhorns put up 21 points on the number 1 scoring defense in District 3A2. Sulphur came in only allowing 10 points a game. Horns have doubled that and then some, just a little bit more. Another carry up the middle. This is something, we had talked about in the halftime break, and it's something we keep bringing up. The Sulphur run game has been a little pedestrian tonight. No matter who it's been. Grady Hardoin, who's in right now, JoJo Gray. Of course, he had a couple long runs. Maddox Mobley, whenever he's been at the running back position, it's just been one of the few bright spots for the Horns defensively. Brakefield is pressured. Broke off 3 tackles in the backfield, and it looks like he's going to take off. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage, far side, and he's tackled, or not really tackled, he's ran out of bounds at midfield, and it'll be a 4th down.
I thought we were about to see a strip right there.
Absolutely. That was not really careless, but kind of not really showing a lot of awareness from Brakefield. He was trying to get away, but he had that ball up in the air, kind of waving it around, just asking for a deflection and a fumble, which we have had some turnovers tonight. How about 6 combined turnovers, 3 from each team? Clock continues to run, 10:17 left. 47-21 is the score. Colton Cole is the punter. He boots it away at his own 40-yard line, kicks it up into the air. It's fielded by Kane Roberts at the 20 on a fair catch. 40-yard punt for Colton Cole. So we've seen some new faces on the Sulphur defense. Maddox Mobley will stay on the field. It looks like he was kind of drifting away towards the sideline. No, he's going to run back to the sideline. Majority of the defensive line for Sulphur, there's been some Substitutions at the safety position. Maddox Mobley is out. Traber Sarters is in. We'll see the Long Grove offense back out on the field. It's important to note we have a running clock, 9:50 left. The clock was running the whole time. Ball's at the 18-yard line. That's where the Horns will set up shop for their now 4th offensive possession of the second half. Quinn is under pressure, has to roll out. Looking over the middle of the field, a pump fake, will throw last second, and he was looking for Noah Farrell, but Farrell had his back turned to the ball, and I believe that was just an attempt to throw away the pass by Quinn. 2nd down and 10. Clock will not stop due to the incompletion. Clock will continue to run. And I'm putting two and two together. That's why we have had these quick quarters. 3rd quarter was quick. This 4th quarter looks like it'll be the same. Two wide out to the left, one wide to the right for Quinn. To the right hip is Kane Roberts. It's a snap. It'll be a throw. Quinn looking over the middle of the field. It'll be a screen pass set up for Kane Roberts, who dropped the ball. Screen passes have not been effective tonight for the Horns. They've tried that a few times, and it just hasn't been working out. It's a gamble when you run a screen pass when you have at least 2 or 3, give or take, linemen that are looking to set out to the side of the field where the running back is to try to lead block. But if you're Quinn, you have to get rid of that ball as fast as you can because you have pursuing pressure right in your face. Quinn is brought down, sacked back at the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10 yards. I believe we have an injury on the field. It'll be 4th down and long, but we have an injury on the field, and we will take a break and be right back after these words.
M&M Automotive is now in its bigger, better location right on Highway 70 for your convenience. M&M specializes in air conditioning services of all kinds, including building and repairing AC lines for cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. They also do custom and factory exhaust systems, from brakes and tires to computer diagnostics, from tune-ups and oil changes to belts and water pumps, as well as transmissions, suspensions, and general repair and maintenance. M&M Automotive offers a 2 to 3 year parts and labor warranty on all services. Trust your vehicle to the professionals at M&M Automotive Air Conditioning and Exhaust. Now on Highway 70 in Lone Grove.
At curb.
On a 4th down and 10, Tatum Quinn will boot it from his own end zone, and this will take a great Long Grove bounce as it just takes a bounce over midfield to the 49-yard line. 45-yard punt for Tatum Quinn. You got to wonder when we will see some of the reserves for the Sulphur offense. It looks like Cale Brakefield, who's been the starting quarterback for Sulphur, has his helmet on. Brakefield, an interesting story. Has a little bit of family affairs here in Sulphur. Of course, one of his #1 targets tonight, quite literally #1, Bridge Barrett, who's caught 2 touchdowns tonight, is a cousin. And Bridge Barrett's cousin is also Creed Barrett, who's the starting quarterback for Washington. And Cale Brakefield always had aspirations to play quarterback at the high school level as he snaps this ball, breaks off 2 tackles, and he's just looking to try to get away. He does. Are you kidding me? Cale Brakefield down the field is still running, and he's finally drugged down. He's brought down by Keller Stanley. Cale Brakefield was working his way in that backfield to try to get free. I'm not going to exaggerate, probably a good 10 seconds in the backfield of just breaking tackles. Started busting it down the sideline, far side, and made something out of nothing, but oh my goodness, there's a flag.
No way.
But going back to Brakefield, he always had aspirations to play quarterback, but he knew he wasn't going to play when number 10, Creed Barrett, is under center for Washington, so he transfers to Sulphur. Flourishes at the quarterback position after being a linebacker for Washington. As I mentioned in the opener, he's a 5-time state champion amongst baseball and football. There's a run. Grady Hardoan, probably the best run of the night for Sulphur. to the 30-yard line. Gain of 22. Ardoin had a season high in rushing yards with 62 in the win against McLeod last week. Also had 2 rushing touchdowns. Sulphur running quick. They'll throw. It's caught. Carter Cole, just kidding. It's dropped. Far side. Incomplete. Clock will continue to run at 6:50. I just got to stop assuming on these plays. Just like how if there's a big gain and I immediately
get excited,
start calling the game and maybe naming a stat, well, there's a penalty flag. Call it back.
Hey, sorry, penalty. What do you know?
That's right. I mean, there was a flag even after what I just said. 6.5 to play. Brakefield down the sideline looking for Drake Wood, and it's incomplete. Nice attempt by Wood. Working that near sideline, and Wood, who scored the first touchdown of the game, 41-yard touchdown. That would have been a 30-yard strike right there if he holds on to it. Looking ahead for the Sulphur Bulldogs, they have a date at Bristow on Thursday night as well. Just like the Lone Grove Longhorns, who will be at home. However, Sulphur will have to travel to Bristow. Bristow holding second place in the District 3A2 standings, just in front of the Lone Grove Longhorns, who entered tonight third. There's a give. Madden Duck will score from 30 yards out. Almost untouched. First touchdown of the year for Madden Duck, wearing the number 5. Usually plays defense, but he got a carry right there and just influctuates the Sulphur running back room. You can put anybody behind there, and they can make something happen. By far, one of the best runs tonight from the Sulphur run game. They have half 100. That is off the left crossbar. Extra point is no good. By Angel Rios, and it stays 53-21. We'll keep it right here as the clock will stop at 5:39. A game where Sulphur put up 53 points. That is now their second largest scoring output of the year. The 60 points last week was their largest scoring output. They won 60-0, but they put up a consistent 28, 34, 42, and 42. Dave's Trailer Repair is your sponsor for the fourth quarter here on KICM TV. We'd like to thank everyone for sticking around, not only on the live stream, but also on the radio dial, 97.7 KICM, the big station. People joining in after the 54-14 rout. Ardmore beating Medill. Good win by head coach Josh Newby, longtime head coach of Ardmore. Ball is on the tee. Rios will kick it up into the air. Fielded by Stanley around the 17-yard line. Breaks off one tackle. Now tries to bounce to the near side. And he's brought down close to the sideline. Maybe a 10-yard gain. Under 5.5 to play. Some scores from around the area. Some updates. Manford, who the Lone Grove Longhorns will see next week. And Bristow, who Sulphur will see. Manford has a 3-point advantage. Close. That game looks like it's a minute left in the fourth quarter, and I'd like to know who has the ball. I probably can't tell. Perkins Tryon, 42-20 over Seminole. 5th ranked Seminole in Class 3A. Lincoln Christian, the defending 3A state champions, who defeated the Sulphur Bulldogs to hand them a silver ball. They won 63-0 over Locust Grove. Victory Christian and McLeod. Victory Christian 1-4, McLeod 0-5. McLeod looking for their first win of the year, and they fall short 33-30. So they stay winless, 0-5 on the year. They give up the middle to Kane Roberts. On the run, 4:50 left in the fourth quarter, 53-21 the score in favor of Sulphur. Plainview taking on Star Spencer. They won 62-8 at their home turf. They improved to 4-1. Anadarko, who the Longhorns faced off in the season opener, winning 53-14. Anadarko putting quietly together a really nice year. They're now 4-1 after beating the Purcell Dragons. Paws Valley taking down North Rock Creek, 23-9 so far in the fourth quarter. If Paws Valley can hold on, that'll be their first win of the season. And of course, your score here in Sulphur, 53-21. That was your scoring updates brought to you by Sam's Card Shop. 4 minutes to play.
I love you, Andy.
3rd down and 7. Love you too, buddy. It's been a fun year so far. It'll continue next Thursday night. Just previewing a busy weekend. .350 to play. Quinn will throw on 3rd down and 6. He breaks off 2 tackles all at the same time, and now he'll run down the sideline. He's got the first down and more down midfield, and he's finally knocked out of bounds. Tatum Quinn with a scamper, not the first time he's done that tonight, where he's been pressured and he has to roll out, make something happen with his legs. Oh, you're kidding me. A flag, really? Gosh.
There you went. You start talking good again. You just had to say something, Andy. And it's on Lone Grove.
Well, you know, you just you just break down these plays, and you know, I'm just doing my job, breaking down a play, talking about the incredible athleticism of Quinn making that play. No,
holding Lone Grove. Well, what is new? And I believe it was on the opposite side of the field.
Mentioned Quinn has a passing touchdown in all 6 games now. I mentioned he had a passing touchdown in 5 games. That was entering tonight. He had a long one to Abel Shorter. Quinn has accounted for all the touchdowns for Long Grove tonight. He's not going anywhere. Swallowed up in the backfield. Dylan Gleason makes the play. Gleason wearing a club on his left hand wrist area. That just adds to the intimidation factor, probably about 10, 15 times, especially at linebacker, too. Wearing the number 6, too, I might add. I know a linebacker that used to wear number 6. Everybody's looking at you, Sam. 2:48 left on 3rd and 6. Quinn on the keeper lost 1 yard. It's 4th and 7, 2:40 left. Ball's at the 31-yard line. Quinn will take his time, boot it up into the air. That right foot has been busy tonight. Ball trickles out of bounds, or not out of bounds, it stays in bounds, but close to the 36-yard line. We'll keep it right here as well. Stick around after the game. We'll get final thoughts from Sam Harris, who I'm sure has a lot to say about this game. 53-21 game for Sulphur. So we look and see what they're going to bring out on offense. Cale Brakefield is still. No, he will not. Cale Brakefield's night is done, and it's number 14, Traber Sarters, who will get the nod to finish the game. He's listed as the quarterback 2 on the roster, and Sarters had a rushing touchdown last week in the win against McLeod, and he's led in the backfield by Madden Duck. Ball at the 37-yard line with the clock continuing to run as we hit the 2-minute mark. It's a give up the middle. Another nice run. That's Jackson Haggard. I want to correct myself. Haggard came into tonight 15 carries, 99 rushing yards. He was the 3rd leading rusher on the team, and that was his first carry tonight in the 4th quarter of the game. Shows the plethora of options.
I've been speaking with my face.
That Corey Cole.
I forget these people listening can't see my face, but my facial expressions have been speaking, but I have not.
Corey Cole, the head coach. Will Kaufman also having a hand in the offense, and he's called a great game tonight, and really a great game all season long. Another hard run by Haggard. Haggard eclipsed the 100-yard rushing mark on the season on that first carry, and he gets it to the 45-yard line. More importantly, inside Long Grove territory with 1:08 left. We approach the final minute of tonight's game. Traver Sarters in at quarterback. Long Grove throwing some substitutions out there as well. The 28, Caleb Stinson in at that linebacker position. Noah Farrell at the defensive back position. Sarters will snap it, take a knee, and the Sulphur Bulldogs will improve to 6-0 on the year, extend their home district opponent win streak to 9, and they win 53-21 here in Sulphur. And the Long Grove Longhorns will drop to 2-4, 1-2 on district play. As you see the Coach Coles meeting at the middle of the field, Corey for Sulphur, Curtis for Long Grove. A lot of mutual respect between both head coaches. We saw them talking pregame, talking postgame. More importantly, both teams meeting in the middle of the field. As once again your final score, 53-21. We're going to run a quick break and be back with final thoughts here on KICM TV and 97.7 KICM TV. You've been listening and watching to Long Grove football.
At Taco Casa, we get our beef from the American rancher, our corn from the American farmer, and our cheese from the American dairyman. We feed Americans. Taco Casa, real fresh, real food, real good, since 1972.
Andrew Dunham and Sam Harris and Deacon McKee, who stepped in at our camera operating position, did it very nicely. Good job, Deacon. Good
Big
job.
thank you to Deacon.
Yeah, big thank you to him as well. Good job, Sam. Not the easiest game to call if you're a Longhorn fan, or not the easiest game to watch if you're a Longhorn fan. 53-21 is the final. Sulphur improves to 6-0. Long Grove drops to 2-4. Final thoughts, Sam, just about the overall performance. First with the Long Grove Longhorns.
Well, with Long Grove, they did a great job at stopping the run, which is Sulphur's go-to. And like I said, you want to make Sulphur feel uncomfortable. You stop their bread and butter, you make them start passing the ball, but luckily with Sulphur this year, they've got a great quarterback, and they spread that ball out, and our secondary wasn't ready. You saw it in the first half. We were ready for run, but not pass. Play action, we bit hard every single time. This offense got to stop with the false starts. I don't know how many times we get in good field position and then shoot ourselves in the foot and set us back. And it was like everything that we just did was all for nothing. We've got to stop with those. I don't know how many yards we've given up in penalties this year, but I can only imagine how many it is. Lone Grove can be there. They just have to want to be there. They have to want it. They have to play mean. Bad plays happen. That's part of football. You've got to be able to scrap it up, move on to the next play. It's next play mentality. And I think that's one of the things we struggle with is we let bad stuff eat at us and we think about it instead of just moving on and trying to make a play right after. We will see what happens next week. It will be at Lone Grove. I would expect Lone Grove to have some extra motivation going into that game. With Sulphur did a great job. I'm sure their game plan was run the ball, have control of the game. They didn't get that done, so they changed script. They started throwing the ball. They did an absolutely great job at that, which the scoreboard doesn't lie. They've scored 53 points, and they did a great job. Great team. Curious to see how far they go this year. And That's all I got, Andy.
I'd be shocked if we don't find the Sulphur Bulldogs in the Class 3A state championship, maybe playing against Lincoln Christian again. Maybe they get their revenge. They certainly got the team for it. Long Grove 1-2 this year, coming off of a loss, so that'll be an interesting stat to head into Thursday night. Great analysis as always. Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you so much to our viewers and listeners who tuned in tonight. Once again, Sulphur winning 53-21. I'd like to thank all our viewers, sponsors. They make it happen for us. I'd like to thank everyone back at Master Control. I'd like to thank the amazing Kurt Mays for helping us and telling us we're on the air. I'd like to thank all our viewers. And like Sam said, October 16th, 7 o'clock kickoff on a Thursday night against Manford at Longhorn Stadium. We will be there for the broadcast, and we will be on the air starting at approximately 6 o'clock for the Exceptional Community Hospital pregame show. We'll be on the air whether you like it or not. Once again, the final score here in Sulphur, 53-21. Andrew Dunham, Sam Harris, Deacon McKee, on behalf of everyone at the broadcast booth, have a great night, everybody, and we will catch you on the flip side.